Hello, bankers. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. Welcome to another session. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. So, quickly join in so that we can start our today's discussion. All right. So, we have Susil sir with us. A very good evening to all of you guys. कैसे हैं सब लोग? Audio and video is fine from my side. So, today in this particular session, we will be targeting our module B from AFM subject. So we have already done with the module A and I have shared the PDF also. So all good from my side, guys. Everyone quickly join in and do let me know if all good. So module B, again, very dynamic. We have areas like it is all about the financial statement, which include your profit and loss account, trading account, balance sheet, cash flow statement, right? These are the very important part. Apart from this, we have company account 1. 5 to 6 question you can expect based on this particular topic. And cash flow statement 2 to 3 marks. Company account 2 also, that is similar. These 3 topics are similar. The only thing is, the companies, like this is for joint stock company and this is for banking company. Then we have balance sheet equation, then we have core banking system and all, right? Very good evening. Sasi sir, very good evening. A very good evening to all of you guys. Hope you all are doing well. देखो ज़्यादा टेंशन नहीं लेना है. Just focus around the concept part. If you'll walk around the concept things, believe me, that is going to help you in your upcoming examination, right? So we will be doing we will be practicing a number of questions here, and I'll give you some question so you can go through that PDF also. So we will be touching each and every single subtopic which is generally part of your curriculum itself, right? So let's start the discussion with our first module, first unit which is balance sheet equation. So whenever it comes to balance sheet equation, see, this will be repeated in next 3 unit also. So understanding the equation is very important. If you remember the business entity concept, that will also help you, right? So when it comes to the equation is asset equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Okay, this is the equation. This is the entire game is around this equation itself, right? So let's quickly discuss this particular one. So balance sheet equation, that business entity concept first, which generally says कि business is a separate economic unit which is created by law, an artificial person which is created by law itself, right? Now when it comes to the role of owners, okay, so they are the money contributed by owner is liability on the business, right? So yesterday also we talk about this particular one. Let's say Mr. X who started a business called XYZ Limited. Let's say this X started this particular business with 5 crore rupees. So this 5 crore rupees is liability on the business. Okay, this is आपका liability on the business. So that is called risk capital. So now, as per this particular concept itself, we generally create a segregation, or we generally separate आपका business from the आपका owners and all. So capital investment is basically claim against the business. So that is the basic one. Now when it comes to your equation itself, the equation says asset equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. We have practiced this particular one many times. We have discussed this particular one many times, right? So here asset is basically, that is also known as uses of funds, and liabilities and capital, this is आपका sources of funds. This is the sources of funds, means that 5 crore rupees which is contributed by owner, that is a capital. This is capital आपका. The capital is equal to assets minus आपका outside liability. One thing which you have to remember whenever you solve आपका equation related question, from the taken liability itself we create the asset. Means from this side, if there will be any increment आपका this side, that will equally increase your आपका asset also. Let's say Now the difference between liabilities and capital is, liabilities is basically, it is also known as outside liability. It is आपका which is an obligation on the company. So we have raised this particular funds आपका, ठीक है, we have raised this particular money in the form of debt where we have obligation. ठीक है, if you will not fulfill that particular obligation, so they have right आपका to liquidate their assets, company's asset, and आपका bring back their money, right? So this is outside liability which we have borrowed from the banks or आपका in term of bonds and others. This is आपका risk capital which is contributed by the owners, retained earning or surplus which is also part of this one. So that's why sometime you'll see कि profit is part of the liability side. ठीक है, usually asset equal to liability which include आपका capital also. तो if we have made some profit in past, we transfer to the reserve and surplus that generally comes under the retained earning. So that's why that is आपका liability, right? So so this is something which is, this is outside liability. This is आपका contributed by the shareholders, owners of that particular business, and this is always equal to this because from taken liability itself we create the asset. Just do remember this one. So asset equal to आपका claim of creditors means आपका this liabilities, and claim of owners आपका means risk capital. Outside liability, if they sometimes they ask you, or every time they ask you one question around this particular one, calculate the capital or outside liability or this, very simple आपका, right? You have to remember this particular one. So this is uses of funds and this is आपका sources of funds from where we आपका come up with that particular money itself. Got it guys, everyone? Ashima ma'am, very good evening. Asset also आपका application of funds, yes, 100%. ठीक है, so this is no this is आप application uses, both are same. ठीक है, and आपका sources, application or uses of funds, और आपका sources of funds which is your liability itself, right? Here internal claim means, when it comes to internal claim आपका, which include the claim of owners against the assets of the business, आपका paid up capital plus balances of reserve and surplus, which generally part of this one. When it comes to external claim means that liability, this is capital, this is liability, the claim of the outsiders against the asset of the business, like creditors, bank loan, outstanding expenses and others, that generally comes under this particular one, right? So when it comes to, if there is any changes in amount of asset or liability, the owner's claim or the capital is bound to change correspondingly. Scenario A, like let's say if asset increase and liabilities do not, capital will also increase, right? So because from आपका sources of funds, asset will get created, right? Like let's say, as I gave you an example, so that XYZ company's balance sheet, ठीक है? So suppose that this is your asset, this is your liability. So let's say we have taken liability of 5 crore, capital आपका, so your cash side, it will be cash 5 crore rupees, right? Now let's say in transaction 2, they have taken some loan, ठीक है? Let's say they took आपका term loan of 1 crore rupees, means the आपका capital will remain same 5 crores, out the term loan which will increase 1 crore, and here asset side आपका cash component will increase to आपका 6 crore, ठीक है? 5 crore earlier it was 1 crore आपका this. So from taken liability itself we create the asset. A reduction in the amount of asset or increase in the amount of liability will means a reduction in amount of capital also. So that is something, the equation itself, right? Very simple one. 1 marks आपका, they generally ask from this particular one, you have to keep that particular one in mind, right? Srinath sir, Rajnikant sir, and other people also guys, very good evening to all of you. So quickly join in and do let me know if you guys having any doubt, any queries around these particular things. So do let me know so I can help you out with this, okay? So see, it is module B is B and C आपका, which is completely fundamental driven. Focus on the basic concept will help, focusing on basic concept will help you to maximize your score. So the net worth of a business entity is defined as, it is about the net worth, okay? So what will be your correct answer for this one? Okay, so आपका Sushil sir is saying option B, total asset minus liability. Net worth is basically your capital, Doing mistake here only. So A will be right answer for this particular one. Why no one is marking correct answer? Okay. So it is आपका, it shows the net worth of that particular one, right? So it is, when it comes to this equation, it is capital is equal to net worth. Okay, this is mentioned here also. Please do remember this one, guys. Very simple equation. It will give you half marks in your upcoming examination. Got it, Susil sir? So A will be right answer for this particular one. Correct hai? Everyone, any doubt in this particular one? If you're having any doubt, please do let me know so I can help you out with that particular one. Correct? Chalo. Now, sometime they'll ask you this type of question also. They'll give you some equation. Okay, there's a company who is for 1 marks. Okay, what I have experienced, they have given these type of question for 1 marks. They'll give you the company's asset is supposed at 5 crores, liability आपका that is 3 crores and capital is supposed at 2 crore. Now company did one transaction. Okay, let's say this is the transaction which is done by the company. Now how this transaction will affect company's balance sheet equation. Okay, this type of question they ask for 1 marks, guys. Very simple. You just have to use that equation itself. That equation will help you to get that particular point. So what will be your correct answer in this case? A company purchased building 5 lakh rupees and paying 1 lakh rupees in cash and remaining by the bank loan. So liability, what liability bank company have taken in this case? आपका 4 lakh rupees. And from taken liability itself, we create the asset. So means your liability, if your liability got increased by 4 lakh, means your asset will also increase by the 4 lakh. Fundamentally, how come? So your this is your non-current asset. Non-current asset increased by 5 lakh. Current asset आपका here current asset decreased by 1 lakh. तो overall आपका net is 4 lakh rupees and this is the one. तो option A will be right answer for this one. Selva Makhani sir, आपका you missed this point. ठीक है, option A will be right answer for this one. ठीक है guys, you got this logically you got this one. ठीक है, तो what happened in this case? You have taken a loan of आपका 4 lakh rupees. So if you have taken a loan of 4 lakh rupees, means the liability which we have taken in this case, that is 4 lakh. So your asset will also increase by 4 lakh, because from taken liability itself we create asset. As simple as that. Fundamentally also, if you go, your asset which is increased by non-current asset increased by 5 lakh, current asset increased by 1 lakh. So the difference is आपका 4 lakh. So asset increased by 4 lakh and liability increased by 4 lakh, which we have taken in the form of bank loan itself. So option A will be right answer for this one. Got it, Makhani sir? Anyone else also? If you're having any doubt, please do let me know. This is something आपका basic fundamentals which you have to understand anyhow, right? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं next one. Everyone guys, if you're having any doubt, please do let me know so I can help you out with those particular one. And many times you guys get trapped with these kind of statement. So you have to be bit careful. ठीक है, कोई जल्दबाजी नहीं है. You just need to work around the fundamentals things आपका. ठीक है, concepts will help you guys. Believe me, concepts will help you in this particular examination. However the exam it is. ठीक है, so if you are good with the concept, I'm not telling you to go for all the things or book and all. No, there are some specific areas. Just work around those particular one that will help you. So consider the following statement regarding the balance sheet equation and business entity concept. This question is for 2 marks, let's say. So Ashima ma'am, Muniswamy sir, Susil sir, everyone is saying option B. So what will be your correct answer? In business entity आपका, okay, Rupali ma'am is also saying. Okay. So in business entity concept, total assets are always equal to owners आपका claim capital plus outside claim liability. True है. Net worth आपका include paid up capital along with the reserve and surplus retained earning. True है. The third one is according to the business entity concept, owner and business treated as same. No. Yesterday also we talked about this. The business is a separate economic unit which is created by law. Money contributed by owner is liability on the business. If asset increase while liability remain unchanged. Please do understand this statement, very very important one, right? If asset increase, if your assets are increasing, means there is a increment in asset आपका liability और आपका कैपिटल, ठीक है, लाइबिलिटी और कैपिटल. बट हियर इट इज ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि liability remain unchanged. That means there is an increment in the capital. ठीक है, let's say asset increased by 5 lakh and liability remains same. That means there is an increment of 5 lakh rupees in capital contribution by the owners, 100% true आपका, right? Next statement is capital can be calculated as asset minus outside liability, true. So 1, 2, 4, 5 means option B will be right answer for this particular one. Very good, guys. Well done. Everyone mark the correct answer for this particular one. Very good, Shivam sir. So now this is all about aapka. This is the one. Your capital in reserve is basically reserve and surplus is Muniswamy sir. What is reserve and surplus? Like let's say during a financial year 2025-26, you made a profit of suppose that 50 crores. Now what you will do with this particular profit, that is it is generally get treated with the profit and loss appropriation account, right? So now if where basically what we do, like in case of banking company, this is mandated कि 20% you have to transfer to the आपका reserve and surplus funds, or we generally distribute dividend to the shareholders and all. So whatever amount after distribution or after adjustment, all adjustment, whatever amount you are transferring to the balance sheet, that is your reserve and surplus fund, which is kind of a retained earning, which we are which money actually belongs to shareholders, but we are assuming कि they are investing that particular money in the business itself. That is liability on the business. So profit is liability. That's why profit is liability on the business itself. Muniswamy sir, got it? Okay. Now, first topic is very simple. It is only about the equation. Now here, 2-3 important areas aapka. One is trial balance, which we have discussed in our previous session itself. Adjustment entries also. Now, this is the only subtopic. This look aapka very small, but this is very lengthy. So when it comes to preparation of financial statement from trial balance, so we have first we need to prepare aapka trading account. So trading account with the help of trading account we get to know the gross profit and losses. Then after trading account we prepare profit and loss account in case of joint stock company, right? Then we prepare aapka balance sheet. These are the 3 statements aapka which we are going to discuss in this particular one. So balance sheet is basically your aapka a position statement, which we have discussed just now. So when it comes to the overall process flow, the baseline is trial balance. You remember trial balance? Yesterday only we talked about this. So trial balance is basically a summary of all the ledger account. So means what was the format? Particular ledger folio. Then we have debit balance. Then we have credit balance. So we match the debit and credit. We achieve the arithmetical accuracy. Now we have all the ledger in this particular one. From here, we will be transferring aapka things to your, we will be preparing the final report. Up here, you have to follow the accounting standards. So Indian accounting standard. Muniswamy sir, you remember your query from yesterday's session ki how we need to, what Indian accounting standard we need to prepare. Now this will help you in that particular case. Like Indian accounting standard 1, which mandate aapka 5 documents, 5 reports aapka, which include profit and loss account. We have final accounts when it comes to, we have balance sheet statement, balance sheet. Then we have a cash flow statement, changes in equity aapka, changes in equity. We have note to accounts aapka. So these are the mandatory reports aapka which they need to prepare. Cash flow statement, we have some sort of relaxations toward the cash flow statement. We'll talk about those one. Inventory valuation is done through the Indian accounting standard 2, same aapka. Indian accounting standard 2, which deal with this, where we are allowed to use FIFO, first in first out, and weighted average cost method aapka, right? That is the case. Then finally you will prepare this particular. So eventually what you have done so far, you have done this particular one already. We have covered this particular thing already. Now we will be coming toward this particular one. So when it comes to your flow of final accounts, so it includes trading account. So with the help of trading account, we get to know the gross profit or losses, right? How we calculate gross profit? The gross profit is equal to your net sales minus cost of goods sold. Now, who will tell me the formula of cost of goods sold, please quickly mention into the comment section. ठीक है, you remember this particular one because one question you can expect based on only based on cost of goods sold, right? Then आपका after calculating gross profit, ठीक है, so like debit side, credit side, so whatever gross profit or losses we have made, so we will be basically we will transfer that particular gross profit to the profit and loss account. Like let's say if it is a profit, if it is a profit, gross profit, it will come the credit side आपका. If it is loss, it will come आपका debit side. So by gross profit brought down or carried forward from the trading accounts, which is the first entry here. Then after this, we prepare the profit and loss account. We get to know the net profit. Okay? Net profit. What is the formula? No one told me about the formula. Okay? So when it comes to how you calculate the net profit, net sale is equal to gross sale minus sales written minus any discount allowed, if any discount allowed by the company. When it comes to cost of goods sold, it is equal to direct cost. So it is equal to direct cost. So cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock plus purchase plus direct cost minus closing stock. So this is the formula which you have to remember. Nothing else, guys. Yes, very good, Ashima ma'am. So this is opening stock plus purchase plus direct cost. If direct cost is not given, fine. Sometimes they'll specifically mention direct cost. So if it is given, you have to add that one minus closing stock. When it comes to net profit, how we calculate not net profit आपका? So net profit is equal to आपका gross profit. So we have gross profit plus other income, if any. Other income minus indirect expenses. Indirect expenses. So that is the one, and you'll get to know the net profit. So net profit is basically profit is after deducting all the cost आपका involved in that particular business itself. So net profit, that is the another case. Then finally we come to आपका balance sheet equation, asset equal to liabilities plus equity, which we have discussed आपका just now only, right? So that is something, this is something, the flow which you have to understand from this particular topic itself. Got it, guys? Chalo. Now we will be quickly going through आपका some areas. Like we'll try to understand the basics आपका, then we will be practicing a set of questions. So trial balance, which is a summary of all the ledger accounts. Debit should be equal to credit आपका, gross, net and compound methods, which we have discussed yesterday. Accounting standards one आपका, we follow the accrual concept of accountancy, right? Accrual concept is basically कि आपका, like we have accrual concept, we have cash concept. Accrual concept is if we have entered into a transaction where we have obligations are arise on the third party, so you will account those particular irrespective of cash received or not. Cash basis is we account only when cash is actually realized. The Indian accounting standard 1 state that accrual is a fundamental accounting assumption. It required an entity to prepare its financial statement except for the cash flow information using the accrual basis. While the preparing profit and loss account, all expenses and income of the accounting period must be considered regardless of the cash flow statement. Again, cash movements आपका. So if expenses have been incurred but not paid, or income is due but not received, necessary entries are required to pass आपका in that particular case. That is the meaning. This is the last line आपका. This is the meaning of accrual system. Like in banking also, let's say we have created an asset, so we generally treat that particular one through the accrual. You will be receiving EMI on month basis, but for the year or whatever the asset life it is, we create the accounting. But when that asset become non-performing, okay, once asset become non-performing, you will be using cash basis. Otherwise, in general life, आपका you will be using the accrual basis of accounting itself, right? When it comes to accounting standard 2, so we have inventory valuation. So there are 3 methods which are allowed. Basically, there are 3 methods आपका, but Indian accounting standard which allow only 2 methods, FIFO and weighted average. The first one आपका first in first out, last in first out, and weighted average cost. I hope you remember all these particular method. We have discussed many times. So it is in case of inflation situation, आपका when you use the FIFO, the value the valuation will be high and the cost, direct cost will be low and it will increase your operating profit. In case of LIFO, reverse impact will be there, and weighted average is basically an average cost. Any doubt around this particular one, please do let me know so I can help you out with this. Right now, eventually we reach to this trading accounts. First, gross profit. And how you calculate gross profit? Gross profit is equal to net sales minus cost of goods sold. When it comes to profit and loss account, one question can be there. In one question only, they'll be asking you calculate gross profit and gross net profit for the from the given information. Then we have net profit. Net profit is equal to gross profit minus indirect expenses. Indirect expenses, sometime if there is no आपका other income, so they'll if there is other income like आपका commission, dividend and all, that you have to add. Balance sheet equation, asset equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Just now we have talked around this particular one, correct है? So how it look like format wise. Okay, so now what I have told you कि when it comes to the trading account, so trading account is basically trading means buy sell activities, the core operation activities. It shows the operational output of that particular business. Okay, so how we generally calculating this? Opening stock, purchase आपका, carries, or these are the direct expenses. This means, like, let's say there is a company whose sale is suppose that 10 crore, sales written is suppose that 1 crore, discount आपका discount allowed which is suppose that 1 crore, आपका opening stock is suppose that 2 crore, ठीक है, and we have purchase is suppose that 3 crores, and direct expenses or direct cost आपका any other freight, inward and anything, let's say it is 50 lakh, and closing stock is suppose that आपका 1 crore. So if I'll ask you to calculate the gross profit, are you able to calculate that particular one? Yes or no? Please do let me know. What will be the gross profit of this particular business? Okay? So gross profit which you will carry forward for your profit and loss account. So fundamentally, the formula is your gross profit is equal to it is net sales minus cost of goods sold. First, net sale is equal to gross sale minus sales written minus discount, any discount allowed, not received. So here we have आपका 10 crore minus 1 crore minus 1 crore, so it is 8 crores. ठीक है, तो net sale is 8 crore आपका in this case. Now you have to calculate the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is equal to your opening stock plus purchase plus direct cost minus closing stock, right? So what will be your correct answer for this one? Opening stock was 2 crores, ठीक है, purchase this 5 crores, direct आपका 5.5 crores minus आपका 10, ठीक है, तो 4.5 crores, ठीक है, 4.5 crore. Please do correct me if I went wrong आपका somewhere, ठीक है. So now the difference is आपका what? 8, your this is your 8 crores and this is your 4.50 crore, ठीक है. So this is means the profit is how much? It is आपका 3.5 crore is the profit for this particular company. Got it, guys? This calculation is fine now. Later you guys, like especially those who watch in YouTube, they mention ki sir do not know the calculation. My calculation is poor, so please do not mind that particular one. Conceptually you have to understand things, right? You got this one, everyone, guys. Muniswamy sir, yes, very good. Sri Nandini ma'am, Ashima ma'am, and Susil sir, Akhilesh sir, everyone, guys. Any Manjunath sir, Silva Makhani sir, Susil sir, anyone is having any doubt, please do let me know so I can help you out with that particular. See, you have to see, this is very simple. They are not asking you to prepare the format. This is not a BCom exam. They'll just give you some numbers. They just ask you to calculate gross profit. This is your gross profit things. Now from here, they'll ask you to they'll give you some other numbers. Okay? देखो सके sir, how it generally work right? So how it work? Gross, the formula, first you have to remember the formula. gross profit is equal to net sales minus cost of goods sold. How you calculate net sales? Net sale is equal to gross sale minus sales return minus any discount allowed. Okay, sales return is, let's say we did sale of 10 crore rupees. There was some product आपका defective which we have to recall, that was आपका 1 crore rupees. So that we have to minus, you have allowed some discount on the sale, that is आपका 1 crore. So overall your net sale is equal to 8 crore in this particular business. Now when it comes to direct cost, cost of goods sold is equal to direct cost. So direct cost involved in the production of that particular product. So that is equal to how much? Cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock, what you have as of now, what purchase you have made during that particular one, what direct cost involved in that particular purchase, like freight inward or anything else, aapka, right? Minus closing stock, which you will keep with them. So that is the number. So we reach aapka 4.50 crore. Now the difference between these two is your gross profit. So this is the amount which you will transfer to your profit and loss account. This will be the first entry in your profit and loss account credit side. Now what will happen in case of your net profit? So first you will आपका gross profit transfer from your trading accounts, plus now how we calculate net profit, what I've told you, net profit is equal to gross profit plus आपका other income like dividend and all minus indirect expenses, all indirect expenses like operating expenses and all, right? So let's say the gross profit is आपका 4.5 crore. They made other income of the businesses, suppose that 50 lakh, and indirect expenses like rent, आपका utility, salaries, administrative, CA expenses and all. Let's say they are equal to, indirect expenses is equal to, suppose that 2 crores. So now 2.5 crores. So means total आपका, sorry, this is your now your net profit will be your 4.5 crores plus 50 lakh minus 2 crores, that is 5 crore minus 2. So they made a net profit of how much? It is आपका equal to 3 crores. So that is something, they made a profit of 3 crore rupees, right? Other income means आपका income which is not directly associated with your core business, right? Like say in case of bank, like what is your source of income? Muniswamy sir, tell me, what is your source of income? Think about it. You have two schedule आपका 13 interest income, ठीक है, interest income schedule 13, and आपका schedule 14 which is other income. So schedule 14 is other income. Other income means your bank receives some commission, your bank receives some dividend, or all these particular, they'll come under this particular one. So dividend and all these particular things which will come under this particular one, right? Loan is not income. Loan also include principal which you have paid from your pocket. Interest is your income, right? So that is the case. Got it, guys? Everyone? Sakesh sir, you got this particular one? Or Sushil sir, it should be how much? Aapka, any error I have done? No. It should be aapka 5 crores. 5 crore plus aapka 1 crore. It is, sorry, it is 5 crores. 5 crore plus 2 crores aapka indirect expenses were 2 crore. So it is 3 crores, right? Got it? So this is the entire game. Just fundamentally, if you understand this one, they'll ask you for 2 marks. Or even if the paper will be at easier side, then aapka you will be easily able to. So what this format is saying, aapka like same thing what we have discussed fundamentally. Okay, this is your aapka debit side and this is your credit side. So we made a profit of 4.5 crore rupees because this side is credit is higher than the debit. So that means aapka there is a profit. If debit will be higher than credit, that means loss. So this profit आपका to gross profit transfer to the profit and loss account 4.5 crores, then both will be आपका equal. So this we will be transferring here. So what we have mentioned first, by gross profit carried over from the trading account. So gross profit we have carried over from the trading account 4.5 crores. Other income, this is not applicable. Other income is आपका 50 lakhs, and here all the indirect expenses. If it would be loss, so you will be after starting with this. Other expenses, indirect expenses are 2 crores. So net profit is 3 crore rupees in this particular business. All right. Last one calculation. हाँ. Sushil sir, the last calculation was this. Okay? So what we have done, we have आपका gross profit, gross profit is 4.5 crores, which we have earned from here 4.5 crores. Gross profit 4.5 crores आपका plus other income, it is आपका 50 lakh, तो this become आपका 5 crores. And indirect expenses आपका which is equal to 2 crores, तो this is आपका minus, तो difference is 3 crores आपका, that's why this is the one. ठीक है, 3 crores आपका, that is the case. No, gross profit is 3.5 क्या, अच्छा okay, हाँ, if gross profit is 3.5, sorry, I don't know why I have mentioned this particular one then. ठीक है, तो gross profit is 3.5 crores, that will be the sequence आपका, then it will come to 2 crores आपका. ठीक है, then it will come to 2 crores. You got the logic ना, you got the logic आपका. ठीक है, हाँ, sorry, this is आपका cost of goods sold. I calculated that particular one based on this one. ठीक है, you got the logic everyone guys. If you having any doubt, please do let me know. So that is something which is generally comes under this particular one. And this is your the another part. ठीक है, everyone guys, if you having any doubt, please do let me. Third one is आपका balance sheet equation. Just now we have talked around the balance sheet equation. Everyone, now time for the practice. Now you have to solve these particular question. So if you'll understand things fundamentally, believe me, your journey will become very easy. So opening stock this and this, you have to determine the gross profit. I have completed 25 unit in AFM. Now I have not much time to cover this, so I can watch only revision session. Sri Lakshmi, Saksham sir, I'll suggest you want 60 plus. So I'll suggest आपका module D. At least go for module D आपका. C and D I'll make sure कि we will go through in detail आपका, but still आपका from module C and D ना, there are two topics from module C, capital structure and आपका capital investment decision. These two from module C. Module D आपका your standard costing, marginal costing, these two topics. So 4 topics. You have done very well. Just add 4 topic more. That's it. Rest I'll take care. Huh? Just watch these particular one. So when it comes to this one, everyone is saying 6,000, which is आपका correct. So basically here, now basically your gross profit is equal to net sales minus cost of goods sold. So net sales is here, it is आपका 30,000 and cost of goods sold is equal to how much? 20. It is आपका net sales is this and cost of goods sold is equal to how much in this case? 31 minus आपका 7. 31 minus 7. So it is आपका 24,000. तो it is आपका equal to 6,000. Yes, correct है, बिल्कुल सही है. ठीक है, very good guys. तो option A will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है guys, everyone. 6,000. Yes, very good Shivam sir. चलो, next one आपका. Now some fundamental question also. So one question or two question based on those particular आपका solve, like where you have to solve the basic things and all, and very easy guys. Do not get scared with those particular things. You can easily solve those particular area. Just you have to believe in process. Just focus around the concept thing. Still you are not late if you work around the concept things. PPB is more about your practice and AFM is more about your concept things. Because PPB, while you study PPB, you'll feel आपका you know everything around those things and bit boring also. But when it comes to AFM, this is आपका concept. If you know the concept, no one can score आपका stop you to score आपका very good. हाँ, चलो. So what will be your correct answer for this one? Now trial balance, which we have already done. So expecting right answer from everyone. A trial balance आपका adjust or unadjusted is itself treated as financial statement? No. As per accounting standard 1 in Indian accounting standard 1, it was not about trial balance. ठीक है? So this is आपका wrong. It is not a financial statement. It include आपका what Indian accounting standards say आपका 1 says, those 5 statements. Even the accounting software reduced this particular one. So after the proposed adjustment and all, yes, statement 2 is correct here. For rent for March is unpaid and adjusting entries require debiting rent expenses account to this crediting rent payable accounts. Income accrued but not yet received adjusted by debiting the income account and crediting to the No, it should be reverse आपका. It should be reverse आपका. So it will be reverse. This is wrong. Rent received in advance from the tenant should be treated as liability. It earn आपका. That is true. ठीक है. Last one is, तो 235 means option A will be right answer for this particular one. Googly और क्या. ठीक है. सर एक रिक्वेस्ट है, जस्ट वन सेशन फॉर मैम. अभी एक्चुअली लाइक आई हैव डन सेशन इन पास्ट, so if you want to watch those particular one na, I'll upload those module wise marathon session. ठीक है. So I have done many session in past आपका. ठीक है. So you can go through those particular one, they'll help you. Okay, Ashima ma'am. Or what I'll do, if it is possible, module wise I'll upload आपका. ठीक है. So you can go through those particular one. Okay, just ping me just after this session, Ashima ma'am. एक बार आप मुझे मैसेज कर दीजिएगा, तो आई विल ट्राई टू कंपाइल दोज पर्टिकुलर वीडियोज, और बाय टुमारो इवनिंग आई विल मेक श्योर कि यू विल गेट दोज पर्टिकुलर वीडियोज. हाँ, नो वरीज. चलो, तो नाउ व्हेन इट कम्स टू अंडर द फीफो मेथड्स, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक इज जनरली वैल्यूड यूजिंग द कॉस्ट ऑफ द मोस्ट रिसेंटली रिक्वायर्ड गुड्स रिमेनिंग अनसोल्ड. सो फीफो मेथड की बात हो रही है, तो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज आपका करेक्ट हियर, राइट. So under the LIFO methods, closing stock is okay. Answer this question, guys. Very simple question. 1 marks. नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. मैम इज लाइक ही इज टीचिंग वेरी वेल. हाँ, तो ऐसा नहीं है, बट वो थोड़ा सा एक कनेक्शन और सब्जेक्ट का प्रॉब्लम एक्चुअली. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ सब्जेक्ट. हाँ, सो दैट्स वाई वो एक्चुअली लाइक एनी पीपीबी फैकल्टी दैट फेस द सेम चैलेंज आपका. वहाँ पे एक्चुअली दिस इज समथिंग कि ना, एक तो हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हमें ये सब आता है, तो दूसरा देर इज़ अ वेरी थिन लाइन. वो मतलब पीपीबी में, बिलीव मी गाइस, यू विल कम बैक आफ्टर द सैटरडे, यू विल थिंक कि यू आर गोइंग टू स्कोर 90 मार्क्स. बिफोर सबमिटिंग योर बटन यू विल थिंक यू आर स्कोरिंग 90 टुडे. यू विल बी वेरी हैप्पी. वंस यू विल सबमिट ना, इट विल कम आपका 55 to 60. दिस इज द मार्जिन गाइज. This is the margin. What you think and what actually it is, there is a very आपका small difference. तो please आपका pay attention around this. Practice as much as you can, right? Under the LIFO method, closing stock is assumed to at the constant of the consist of the latest आपका purchase. ठीक है. So LIFO is आपका first purchase, not the आपका latest one. Last in first out because ठीक है. Accounting standard, Indian accounting standard 2 permit आपका FIFO, LIFO, weighted average. No, only FIFO and weighted average cost आपका. Trading account help determine gross profit in deducting this particular one. Direct cost true है. And closing entries are passed at the end account transfer. This one, this is also true. So 145 means option D will be right answer. No, 3 is wrong. ठीक है, शिवम sir, statement 3 is wrong. Indian accounting standard permit आपका only 2 methods. Whether it is आपका FIFO, you can use FIFO, you cannot use LIFO, और आपका weighted average. Even when it comes to your Indian accounting standard are aligned with IFRS. You have to understand this game. And IFRS which allow only 2 methods आपका. One is FIFO, another one is आपका weighted average cost. When it comes to US GAAP, that allow all the 3 methods. So option D will be right answer for this one. Sairam sir got it. Sushil sir, Muniswamy sir, very good. Okay. Pradeep sir, very very good evening. Pradeep sir, result आ गया क्या? They have released the scorecard or not? I guess now most probably you will get by tomorrow. Huh? 2 working days आपका they generally take. So those who have missed their आपका scorecard, so they can they'll be able to see their scorecard, or everyone will be able to see their scorecard most probably by from tomorrow itself. Okay. Now it will come आपका, they take 2 to 3 working days, means Monday and Tuesday. IIBF है, थोड़ा सा lazy है. It will take आपका by tomorrow most probably you will get that particular one. हाँ, so you can check your आपका scorecard in others. Radhika ma'am is here क्या? Radhika ma'am, are you here? In the chat section, I'll help you. I have shared one PDF आपका, uploaded on app also, a list of topic and the subtopic also. Please go for those one. So what will be your correct answer? For accounting purpose, a business entity is treated as separate from its owners. True है. Capital introduced by promoter is considered an asset. It is liability on the business. If a firm make loan of 30,000, both cash and liabilities increase by the same amount. ठीक है. So this statement is 100% true. Balance sheet से question है. Because if you have taken loan आपका, so cash will increase आपका and liability, that is outside liability, which will increase. So current asset will increase, or asset will increase, liability will increase, means both will increase. Profit earned by business increase assets, but does not affect the liabilities. It does. It will increase the liability also. A balance sheet present the financial position of a business at a specific point of time. So when it comes to balance sheet, it is also known as position statement. Asset equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Purchase of machinery using cash changes components of the asset such as total asset may remain आपका unchanged. Purchase of machinery using cash changes, yes, that same question. ठीक है. Let's say we purchase of machinery worth rupees 5 lakh आपका in cash. ठीक है. So means what happened in this case? Your asset, long term asset increased by 5 lakh and your short term asset आपका decreased by 5 lakh. So that is same. After transferring nominal account to profit and loss account, personal and real mainly remain in preparing आपका balance sheet. Nominal account means which exists in name only. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gain. Yesterday also we talk about this one. We do not carry forward आपका nominal account. Only real and personal account we carry forward. So that is true. 1 2 5 6 7 1 2 3 sorry 1 3 1 3 5 6 7. Yes, 100% option C will be right answer for this particular one. Everyone is wrong here. हाँ, only आपका मुनिस्वामी सर. ऐसे कैसे चलेगा दोस्तों? We have gone through this particular one yesterday also, today also. ठीक है. So this is for 2 marks. You have to consider these kind of things, guys. If you're having any doubt related to anyone, please do let me know. Module D. Okay. आपका शिवम सर, I'll check this particular one. हाँ, चलो. Now next one. According to the Indian Accounting Standard 1, which financial statement has replaced the profit and loss appropriation account? So आपका profit and loss appropriation account is being आपका replaced by Indian Accounting Standard 1 की बात कर रहे हैं. तो statement of changes in equity. Please do remember this one. If you're not, so please do remember this. आपका option A will be right answer for this particular one. Okay. C आपका, not A. C will be right answer, guys. What was A आपका? Everyone is saying option A. Cash flow statement, no. Cash flow statement is आपका remain in effect. Next one, guys, quickly. Okay, so this is, I guess, second time we are practicing similar type of question. Under FIFO, it assumed that goods received first are issued first and closing stock is valued of the cost in this particular one. Correct है. LIFO आपका closing stock is valued at the cost of the most recent. No, for most recent आपका goes out first. Weighted average cost method आपका calculate average cost of good. Available आपका apply to uniformly. That is true. It's a average आपका average buying and exit also. Two, both FIFO and this are permitted. Yes. So 1 3 4. 1 3 4 means option A must be right answer for this particular one. Very good, guys. All right, chalo. Now next one. This is we have done. I have kept some question also, so you can go through those particular one. They'll help you. So 3 pointers which were part of this particular one, which we have discussed. Okay, I got another question just after this. We will be practicing that one also. So what will be your correct answer? Standards आपका which provide guidelines for preparing cash flow statement. 3 and 7. ठीक है, option B will be right answer for this particular question. Okay, चलो. Now okay, let's practice one more question, then we'll go forward. We'll move forward. Everyone, guys. So consider the following statement regarding preparation of balance sheet. In accounting, business entity is considered separate from the promoters and the investment treated as capital. The another statement is, okay, answer this question, guys. Very easy one. Keshavan sir, okay, for the last question, I guess. Chalo. Tell me, guys, what will be your correct answer for this one? Then we will move toward to the आपका company account 1. 5 to 6 marks question downside, company account 1. And this also, you'll definitely see 1 or 2 numericals as well as आपका these particular one. So Sushil sir is saying option A. Pradeep sir is also saying option A. First statement is right here. A loan taken from creditors create both asset आपका and liability. This is also true. Third one is profit earned by business increase asset but not आपका liability. It also increase the liability, retained earning, right? क्या आपका basically owner's money, stake in the business. The balance sheet is like a snapshot of financial position, asset equal to liabilities in this. Only personal and आपका real account, general ledger, they get increase. ठीक है? So 1, 2, 4, 5 means option A, 100% right answer for this particular. Very good, well done, guys. Chalo, now let's move आपका, yes, lock कर दिया शिवम sir. Okay, now next one we have company account 1. This topic is, if you'll see the course content, it's very vast, right? It is, the content is around 70-80 pages for this particular topic if you'll follow the book itself, right? So here we have आपका areas. First one is, it is about the company itself. Company, one question you'll see, company and the features of a joint stock company, right? One question for sure, downside 1 marks. Another question you'll see आपका types of company. 3 categories are there. You have to prepare those particular one. This also get asked many time. आपका limited liability company, आपका partnership and limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership is a kind of showcase of joint stock company as well as partnership firm. Then आपका next question you'll see around the share capital, equity preference, bonus shares, sweat equity shares and all these particular one. And आपका you will see the question around the authorized capital, paid up capital, subscribed capital, or that book building process also. Okay. So these are the areas. Means 1, 2, 3, 4. आपका 4 downside question you will be seeing based on this. Downside from 6 marks. I'm telling you guys, this is something आपका which you can expect based on this one. So you have to be very careful around this particular one, right? So now when it comes to the areas आपका, ठीक है, तो company accounts, which is company which is defined under section 2 subsection 20 of Companies Act 13. A company is incorporated under this act or under any previous company. A company which is an association of person who contribute money or money worth to a common stock for common purpose. It is a legal artificial person affected by law operating with independent legal status and but have आपका no physical existence. So it is an artificial person means it does not have any physical appearances or no, right? So now when this part, the first important part, please do remember this section also. Sometime half marks they can test this area. Now when it comes to the area, the features of a joint stock company, one question for 1 marks downside. Now just tell me which area I need to explain, right? So because we have discussed this particular one recently also, hope you remember. So incorporated association means it is a registered आपका firm which is registered under the Companies Act 2013. Artificial person, it is an artificial person created by law. It does not have any physical appearances, but it acts like a human being. It can enter into sale and purchase or any other contract. Perpetual succession, very important one, very, very important one. So when it comes to perpetual succession, death of proprietor or owners does not affect the life of the business. Let's say there is a person who started a business or a joint stock company. He met with some accident. So it has a perpetual succession, means the nominee, they will be running that company. So in case of generally what happened in real world, shareholders आपका ठीक है, shareholders they appoint the management means आपका board of directors, BODs आपका, they run that particular company according to this particular one. Common seal, earlier it was mandatory, but 2015 amendments आपका it is not, now it is not compulsory. Please do remember this one, ठीक है. So now it become आपका optional. The official signature which generally represent company in important documents, like let's say if any person who started a company, if they are opening current account with you, so what you ask for the common seal, name of the company, and it is mentioned like directors, right? Let's say JAIIB CAIIB and director is Sushil sir. So that is something आपका they ask for that stamp on the all the important documents, right? So it is optional, can be signed by 2 or more directors आपका or company secretary itself. Limited liability आपका, so in case of joint stock company, your liability is up to the shares you hold आपका, that is the case. Separation of management and ownership, what I have told you here, management, shareholders, they appoint the management, means board of directors, and board of directors will make decision about that particular one. Transferability of shares, the another one, freely transferable आपका. Separate legal status आपका. Then we have membership, minimum in case of private, this also get asked many time, huh? In case of private we have minimum 2, maximum 200. In case of public means which is listed one, mostly it can be unlisted also, but it is listed आपका in most of the cases, where we have minimum 7 and maximum आपका there is no limit. Paid up capital also, earlier there was a provision of minimum 1 lakh for your private company, public 5 lakh, but with 2015 amendments we removed this particular one. Now it is decided by the company itself. Okay? Now there is no provision for the paid up capital also. Got it, guys? Everyone. This is something, first thing which you have to remember from this one. The second one is partnership versus आपका limited liability partnership versus partnership. So this we have discussed many times. So you have to remember this. Limited liability partnership, which is formation, is bit complex. We have many formalities, and this is easy आपका, ठीक है. Even you do not require any follow any act and all, ठीक है. In most of state आपका it is not compulsory. In some state like Karnataka, where it is mandatory or registration, it is compulsory under the Companies Act. So limited liability company is kind of a combination of partnership firm as well as आपका joint stock company. It has perpetual succession also. It get asked many time, huh? Please do remember this. Limited liability partnership have perpetual succession. In case of here, it is आपका death of आपका partners will dissolve the partnership firm. Liability unlimited, limited by shares. Minimum, maximum same numbers, and here it is आपका maximum 10 and 20 in other cases. Banking आपका 10. When it comes to transfer, तो require partners consent, freely transferable. Control, strict control आपका, here we have limited control, you know. Very, very important one again. Then it comes to the shares. We have 2 type of shares. As per section 43, we have equity shares. आपका again equity shares can be further categorized between 2 parts. These are the common shares which are available for the trade in the market, issued with voting rights, issued with differential right. Take a section 43. Preference shares आपका, which get preferred over the equity shares. Their preferences are over and above the equity shares. They have 2 आपका preferences, fixed dividend and आपका return on. At the time of liquidation, they get preferences. Now we have further type: cumulative, non-cumulative, redeemable, irredeemable, participative, non-participative, convertible, non-convertible. The cumulative, where if they have missed dividend in past, they'll get in future. Non-cumulative, opposite. Redeemable, which can be redeemed by the आपका the preference shares, the type of preference shares which can be redeemed by the issuing company after a prescribed predefined time period or price. Non-participating and participating. Participating is basically when it comes to participating आपका, so it is your participating is आपका where we have some term and conditions. Convertible, which can be convertible into equities and others, right? This partnership firm maximum आपका, this what was mentioned here, it is आपका 20. and this. Okay, I'll check this one. Huh? Okay. This is actually I have taken from the book only, but we'll confirm this one. Just allow me 1 minute. Max 10. Okay. I need to cross check that one. Huh? In banking, it is aapka 10 and this aapka 20. But I need to cross check that one. So, Seal sir, will please do mention this question in the group just after the session. We'll check aapka if there is any changes. Huh? Sweat equity shares aapka, this is also very important. Yeah. So basically when it comes to sweat equity shares, these are the shares which we generally allow to or allot to your basically the company directors or employees for their value contribution, right? So this is also which we have discussed earlier also, right? Issue of sweat equity shares, which is very important one. Yeah. So the requirements as per section 54. Then we have the another one which we have bonus shares, section 63 आपका. So these shares we generally issue from the reserve and surplus. Capitalizing reserve and surplus. So basically it is conversion of reserve and surplus into equity. So whatever reserve and surplus we have maintained, we are issuing in the case of this. So can be issued from free reserve, share premium and capital redemption reserve account. Cannot be from आपका revaluation and others. Sweat equity आपका shares is basically when it comes to sweat equity shares, it is like let's say Sushil sir, you are working with some organization and you contributed something. Let's say you developed one application for that organization. Due to this tool, na company's profit increased to 10x. So now in return, what company is doing, they are allotting you some sort of shares. It can be cash consideration, means they can ask you some value. Let's say the company's current market price is suppose that 500. They are asking you face value, which is aapka 10 rupees suppose that. Or it can be for free, non-cash consideration also. So this is generally goes to the, when it comes to aapka this generally goes to the your aapka employees in this, mostly in case of listed company, right? So that is something ki they are allotting for the value consideration. So equity shares issued to employee directors, discount or consideration other than cash aapka for this, for know-how or intellectual property. So require आपका SEBI approvals in this. So that is the case here, right? And ESOS आपका, this is usually done by the private companies. A scheme आपका where they are offering shares to the owners. Usually they use these kind of shares for the retention purpose. All right, chalo. This is the next one. We have type of share capital. So we have authorized capital, which is also known as registered or nominal capital. I can bet 100% आपका you will see one question around this particular one. 100% guys, that book building process or the type of these particular one. So which you will see from this particular one. Okay, so when it comes to this particular one, hierarchy of share capital, authorized capital आपका, right? So authorized capital, MOA, which is part of the MOA, registered capital, right? This is the maximum amount which you can raise from the public. Issued capital, which is your part of the proportion of authorized capital, which we have issued to the public for the share आपका. Now issued capital can be less than equal to authorized capital. Please do remember this one. When it comes to subscribed capital, which is subscribed by the public, like let's say there is a company, we are running this XYZ Limited. Let's say as per aapka registered capital, it is 10 crore. Means if this company is going to be public, they can raise aapka maximum 10 crore rupees from the public, right? Means because this is their authorized capital, their issued capital can be आपका maximum 10 crores or less than that. Suppose that they come up with an IPO of 5 crore rupees. They are come up with an IPO of 5 crore rupees. So that is their issued capital, which they are issuing to the public for the subscription. Now we have subscribed capital, which is actually subscribed by the public. So let's say they got 100% subscription. So means it can be 5 crore and less than that. Then we have आपका called up capital and paid up capital. When it comes to these two, paid up is out of this 5 crore, which is already paid by the आपका prospective investors. or the remaining amount is called up. In book building, let's say this XYZ is coming with a share price of 100 rupees. ठीक है, they issued आपका let's say 1 lakh shares at a 100 rupee. So this is their their authorized, sorry, their issued capital is 100 into आपका 1 lakh. This is the authorized आपका issued capital. Then they got 100% subscription, let's assume, ठीक है. So means they got आपका subscription for entire आपका issue itself. Now when it comes to the areas, this 100 rupee, how we charge at the time of application, let's say we charge 30 rupees. At the back end, how it work, application 30 rupees. At the time of allotment, we charge, suppose that, another 30 rupees. At the time of first call आपका, we charge 20 rupees. At the time of second and final call, we charge, suppose that, remaining 20. So let's say we have done already with this. So your paid up capital is how much? आपका 60 rupees. So 60 into whatever the number it is. So that is the paid up capital. And this is the remaining one, which is owed by the investors to the company. They have आपका promised amount formally asked for shareholders to pay called up. Once you'll issue this call, this will be 20 into number of shares. When you'll issue this final call into numbers. Paid up is which is already paid by the आपका shareholders and others. So that is something. Up one thing is this, when it comes to the IPO process and the book building, that is very important, right? So we have application. I hope you remember INIFS, that process. Application आपका where basically investor apply for the IPO. Then we have allotment on pro rata ground, same thing. Phase 3 is आपका remaining installment, where we generally what we are doing आपका, we are doing allotment or the remaining amount. If there is any आपका cases, we are doing some sort of forfeiting of shares and all, right? We issue 3 type of shares. We issue shares at par value, means आपका face value. Let's say face value is 10 and we are issuing shares for आपका 10 rupees. This happen rarely in the market. Always companies come up with the premium. They issue shares at premium. Like let's say Lenskart, they come up with their IPO. Face value was 10 rupees. But market price they offer at 330 rupees. So this आपका remaining, the gap is the gap between 330 and this, which is आपका equal to 320 rupees. This is the share premium. This is the pure profit they are making from this particular IPO. No one will come at with the face value, right? Face value is the book value of that particular share, but market they are offering something else. So issue higher than the face value. Premium आपका securities premium account, reserve and surplus areas. By we use this particular premium for, we can use this particular premium which we have collected from these particular one, buyback of shares, issue fully paid up bonus shares, writing off आपका issuing account and others. And then we have discount. Rarely आपका discount is, no one will issue shares on discount in during the IPO and FPO. हाँ, in case of your sweat equity shares and others, it can be. So strictly prohibited आपका except sweat equity shares. See, it is clearly mentioned here. Penalty on refund आपका 12% if it is not exercised. Fine up to amount of 5 lakhs आपका, whichever is less. And that is the case. Which one, ma'am? Pavitra ma'am, can you help me with the topic itself? This one only or the previous one? Pavitra ma'am, can you please help me with the topic itself? I missed your question, sorry. Anyone else, guys? Any doubt आपका regarding this? So that is something which generally comes under this one. 710, I guess this only. So when companies they come up with the आपका issuing price आपका, ठीक है? देखो क्या होता है, whenever companies they come up with IPO, usually you will आपका 99 in my life I never seen a company who come up with आपका their IPO at आपका par value, right? So par value means face value. What will happen if you'll check the balance, if you'll go through the balance sheet of your bank now, what you will see आपका कि like let's say you are working with SBI, you will see we have equity shares आपका 5 crores at a face value of rupees 1, because they have done split आपका in their shares. Earlier it was 10 rupees only. So face value means, like let's say if a company face value is 10 rupees, they are issuing shares to the public for 10 rupees only. That is this particular case when they are issuing the pricing. when they are coming up with IPO. The another cases which is mostly you will see in the market, as I gave you an example, let's say Lenskart come up with IPO, face value of per share was rupees 10 as per the valuation of that company, but they charge आपका 330 rupees per share from the investors, those who subscribe their IPO. तो that is something आपका, this is called a case of premium. तो आपका the premium face value, if you minus the face value, they directly earn 320 rupees आपका per shares. This amount will get transferred to reserve and surplus premium account, and that can be used for these following purpose by the business itself. That is the meaning of this. And discount is except the case of sweat equity shares, because it can be for cash or non-cash consideration. It is आपका like discount means your face value is 10 rupees and you are issuing shares for 2 rupees. Okay, that is the case of discount. So that is you will really see in the market, except a case of sweat equity, right? Pavitra ma'am, Rakesh sir, another. You got this one. Discount cases, your face value is supposed at 10 rupees and you are issuing shares आपका at a face value of 2 rupees. You are bearing that 8 rupee from your pocket. Who will do this, right? If you are listing that particular one, no one will do this. Like why we are coming up with IPO? Because that startup or the venture capitalists, they want to exit. They want to make money. They want to convert their 1 rupee into 10 rupee. Whenever you'll see the companies, when they come up with their IPO, they increase the company valuation by 10x. On an average, you will see in market. So their value is आपका 100 crore, they'll make it आपका 1000 crores with one IPO only. So that's why they are generally making or minting money from this one, right? Splitting is आपका, when it comes to the split of shares, whenever it split happen, they, like let's say there is a company whose market price is 10,000 rupees per shares. अब देखो क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे, company X का price is 10,000 rupees per share. अब who will buy these particular share? Those who have huge money. So their shares is now limited hand आपका, right? So to increase the retail participation, what they'll do, they'll split their share. So let's say the face value earlier it was 10. What they did, they आपका split it 1:10 आपका. So now what will happen in this case? 1 shares we have divided in 10 means now your share price will come 1,000, and your, let's say you have 1 crore shares, it will become 10 crore shares in the market. It will not affect the pricing. They just have split the face value things, all right. Whether right issue comes under the discount, right issue is something, a case of, see, whenever it comes to right issue, it is again on premium only, right? Premium means it is discount on premium. Like let's say what happened in case of right issue, it is like that key, suppose that the company is let's say Reliance, who come up with the right issue, the current market price is 500. They come up with the right issue key, we are giving you a discount of 100 rupees per share in a ratio of 100:10. Those who own 100 shares of the company, we are offering them our share at 400 rupees. So you have a right you have a right to buy. Let's say you own 1000 shares, means you can buy 100 shares at 400. This is your right to buy, right to transfer, but not an obligation. Even it is not below the face value. So that never happened based on that one. Okay. Sir, but sometime due to lower gray market premium, listing will be on this. It never happened. PW that generally face that area, but even at the final day of आपका listing, gray market prices was also around 1.72% something. Beyond that, their valuation and all. So gray market is something आपका which is expectations. When it is going low, QIBs will enter in the market and they'll make sure कि at the time of listing, it will आपका beyond. Like let's say it will never happen it never happened. Harshal sir, like let's say your face value is आपका 10 rupees. They have offered price आपका. Offer price is suppose that in case of Lenskart it is आपका 320. In case of physics वाला, the offer price was 110 rupees. तो 100 rupees margin was still there. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या हो सकता है? It can come down आपका in the future. And they have listed at 1.7x, means it is आपका at the time of listing it went up. It will not come below the आपका face value. There is a huge difference between face value and the price which they are offering to the general public. Okay, got it, sir? Harshal sir and Pavitra ma'am also. I hope you got your answer. Now, one thing which is very, very important one, call in advance. ठीक है? So what I told you in the previous case, how book building look like at the back end. This is the back end story. ठीक है? This is back end story कि we issue आपका that 100 rupees, आपका that 100 rupees further divided 30 at the time of application allotment, आपका this we are issuing these particular call. But in reality आपका when they are charging money from the customers, they directly charging आपका money upfront. ठीक है? So let's say as an investor I invested in the company, suppose that 100 rupees आपका that particular shares I have paid upfront. Now that how they'll deal that particular one, they'll deal as a call in advance. Please do remember these two entries. Very very important one guys. Every time you'll see question around this. I'll show you one question. Just अगर कुछ नहीं हो तो रट लेना उसको, right? So bank account, whenever you'll receive money, आपका what they are doing 100 rupees call in advance. Then आपका they'll settle at back end call in advance to आपका calls first application, आपका allotment first call second call. So accordingly they'll be managing that particular one in the business itself, back end itself, right? Okay. ठीक है हर्षल sir, you got that particular one. So that grade market will affect, even that will not affect the face value और उसके बीच में ना there is a huge difference. Because जैसे लेंस कार्ड का केस था या let's say LIC का केस था, कंपनी IPO ओवर सब्सक्राइब 100 टाइम, इवन इफ इट इज आपका अंडर सब्सक्रिप्शन ऑल्सो ना, स्टिल इट विल मैनेज अ ह्यूज गैप इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस. ओके चलो, नाउ वी विल बी प्रैक्टिसिंग सम क्वेश्चन. दिस टॉपिक will give you 6 marks downside, so please prepare well. Harshal sir, you got your die. If you having some doubt आपका, please do let me know so I can help you out. सुशील सर, हाँ बिल्कुल मार्केट वाला है, थोड़ा सा फंडामेंटल्स. ठीक है. AAA. So partnership firm are generally not required to आपका cement factory. What is this? Small scale. Small scale can be done. Cement factories, this is an example actually. B should be right answer for this one. I'll also go with Manjunath sir. Cement factory, if you are putting some cement factory means it's a bigger business. All these are the smaller one. Yes, this is kind of a logical based question guys, where you all got trapped up. So it's a partnership. Usually we do aapka for a smaller business, right? If you'll be doing that large scale business and all, you have to have registered yourself. So which of the following correctly match the classification of shares? So what will be your correct answer? Sole proprietor is different. Okay? Sole proprietor is when one person is running a business. Okay? Partnership is different. Sole proprietor is basically like, let's say Sushil sir, you are doing something as alone. Okay? So you will register your company as a sole proprietor. So that is aapka get registered under the Companies Act with MCA only. What will be your right answer guys? Rakesh sir is saying option C, subscribe capital, proportion of issued capital आपका subscribe of the public. Yes, बिल्कुल correct है आपका, very good. So these are the definition for other also. Very good everyone guys. Next one, हाँ C आपका Triveni ma'am. Okay, nice, very good. Everyone also try. So which of the following statement regarding the issue of bonus shares are correct? Section 63 of Companies Act. This was the last slide, I guess. Hope you remember this. So what will be your correct answer? A company may issue fully paid up आपका bonus shares out of the free reserve, securities premium or capital redemption reserves आपका, ठीक है, that is true. We have bonus shares can also be issued by capitalizing reserve created for revaluation and on, not based on revaluation. A company shall not issue bonus shares unless authorized by its article and approved by the general meeting on this particular one. True hai. The next one is bonus shares cannot be issued in lieu of dividend. Yes, first you have to issue the dividend. You cannot replace dividend with bonus shares, right? Because dividend is something which you have committed to them. A company which आपका announce a bonus issue after the board approvals shareholders approval not required, this must implement within 45 days of this particular one. No, it is आपका it is आपका not 45 days, it is 15 days I guess. ठीक है, 15 to 15 or 30 days, but I'll go with 15 days आपका. ठीक है, it must be 15 days, right? So this is wrong. Before issuing आपका bonus share, partly paid up shares made fully paid up आपका, this is also true. This was mentioned in there also, yeah. So it is आपका free reserve in these particular one, not revaluation reserve, and must be authorized. Okay, timeline is not mentioned here, but I have kept some other notes also. It must be there only. So means आपका 1346 means option A only will be right answer for this particular one. A will be right answer for this one. Next one, guys. So it is how many days it was? 15 days आपका. ठीक है, 15 days of आपका board approvals. ठीक है, so that is the case. Next one, everyone. If application are accepted full by drawing आपका lots and others are rejected in full, what accounting entry will be passed in this case? So share application to share capital, share application to आपका, this is an आपका share application to share capital. We do have share application, share capital to bank, accounting, share applications, share capital to bank. हाँ, okay, option C आपका share application to share capital to आपका bank account. C will be right. This is, I'll show you one question आपका. Though we have practiced that particular one in the recent one, it will come आपका. हाँ, I'll show you. There is one entire process flow of that one, and that get asked many times. So which of the following is not a valid type of preference shares under Companies Act? So we have cumulative, irredeemable is not part of this one. Okay. Companies आपका, they cannot issue irredeemable आपका. ठीक है, so that is आपका B must be right answer ना. Section 55 आपका. No, cumulative is आपका common one. Cumulative is if we have missed dividend in past, it should be cumulated for the upcoming one. Section 55(1) prohibit issue of irredeemable preference shares, means which cannot be bought back by the company itself. Next one. So consider the following statement regarding non-voting equity shares, section 43 of Companies Act. Non-voting equity shares. Non-voting equity shares can be issued only if authorized by Article of Association and approved through the special resolution. Such shareholders are entitled to bonus shares and other right, but they do not enjoy the voting right. They are, that is true. The only आपका restriction around this, a company can freely convertible equity shares with voting into equity shares without voting. No, this is आपका not allowed. 1 and 2. A will be right answer for this particular one, right? Next one, guys. So consider the following statement regarding the issue, forfeiture and reissue of shares under the Companies Act. Forfeiture is basically when, like let's say we come up with sweat equity shares, we allotted to some आपका person. Initially they agree, but later they disagree. They want to exit from that one. So you have allotted some shares with the initial application and all. So you have to make some reverse entries in your book and you have to return the capital. So that is your forfeiture of shares. So as per the section 53, except in the case of sweat equity, a company cannot issue at a discount, and this is the one true. This now we talk about this. Sweat equity shares can be issued to an employee or directors and discount and consideration other than cash, provided they are authorized by a special resolution. Under the ESOS, employees are granted an unconditional obligation to buy. There is no obligation actually. It is a right, but not an obligation. When shares are forfeited due to non-payment of dues, shareholder's name is removed from the register and amount is already paid is आपका forfeited, right? This is true. We have to return that money. In case of violation of section 53, company defaulting officer liable for refund of this 12% interest on date आपका. This is also true. This was part of the curriculum also, right? So what you suggesting? Option A, 1, 2, 4, 5, 100% true will be right answer for this particular one. Correct, guys? तो ऑप्शन ए विल बी करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. Consider the following statement regarding companies. Forfeit of shares is basically like you go through this question. It is like let's say there is a person called Mr. Sushil. Sushil sir, आपने उस कंपनी के लिए डेवलप वन एप्लीकेशन. इन रिटर्न कंपनी अलॉटेड यू 10,000 शेयर्स. ठीक है, लेट्स से दे अलॉटेड यू 10,000 शेयर्स. दे आर ऑफरिंग यू 10,000 शेयर्स एट अ कंपनी करंट मार्केट प्राइस इज सपोज दैट 500. सपोज दैट दे आर ऑफरिंग यू एट आपका 200, राइट? At a discount of this, it can be cash or non-cash consideration. So it is not, they are not giving you free, but they are giving you a discount of 300. Initially what they said कि at the time of application आपका they ask you 10 rupees only the face value. Then later आपका they are asking you at the time of allotment or first call second call they are asking you for the remaining money. Later your mind got changed. आपने बोला नहीं, there is no benefit of investing 200 rupees in this particular company. So you denied the payment. When they issue the call, you denied the payment. So what will happen? Now company have to remove these 10,000 shares from their book and they have to do reverse entries. They'll remove these 10,000 shares and they'll refund you 10 rupees whatever you have already paid in that particular case. So this reverse entry, which is generally known as forfeiture of shares. Got it, sir? Everyone. A statutory company is created through special act. Okay. We have I guess we missed this part or what? Type of companies, please go through this one, very important. Then we have in a company limited by shares, the liability of member is restricted only to the amount paid by this. True hai. Partnership firm enjoy perpetual succession. Partnership firm does not enjoy this one. 1 and 2 means option A will be right answer for this particular case, right? There was one question. This is the question. This I have told you earlier also in previous class, but this is something, see, one question you can expect around this. Very, very important one. ABC Limited was formed 5 lakh rupees. Their authorized capital is 5 lakh rupees. Where they have issued 5,000 shares at a 100 rupees per share. Means, अब देखो क्या हो रहा है journey, please try to understand. The company issue prospectus inviting आपका 4,000 shares at 100 rupees. Now, if I'll ask you what is the issued capital of this company, what will be your answer? What is the issued capital of this particular company? Which is payable 40 rupees. Book building is at the time of application they are charging 40 rupees. At the time of allotment they are charging 15 rupees. At the time of आपका first call 15 and final call आपका 25. So what will be their issued capital, guys? 400 into 100 कितना होता है? 4 लाख. ठीक है. So it is less than equal to the authorized capital, which is fine. Like I said, very good, well done. ठीक है. So this is 4 lakh. What I have told you earlier also, right? So now see, another question is which of the following account will be debited on receipt of second and final call? ठीक है. It is आपका debited, and what I have told you with that आपका area, whenever it is a receipt or from the call, which account will get debited? क्या बोला था बताओ जरा, सुशील सर बताइए. Last time also we spent around 15 to 20 minutes around this particular question. ठीक है. So which account will get debited? It is आपका very good, guys, awesome. ठीक है. It is bank account. Just now I have shown you that particular one also, right? So now when it comes to when we issue the call, it is share application. Basically when you issue the call, like it is call account to आपका share application. ठीक है. So call account to share capital account. When we go for the even advance also, call in advance and this, ठीक है, call in advance to call accounts, then we आपका bank to your call accounts. So when we issue the call, it is your call account to share capital account. When you call account to share capital, when you issue the call, when you receive, it is आपका when you receive, it is bank account to आपका share allotment account. ठीक है. So that is the case. Debit the receiver. राकेश सर अप्रूव हो गए हैं. ठीक है. चलो, तो दिस इज द एंट्री. आपका मेरा सजेशन है, रिक्वेस्ट है, जो आप मानते हैं, एक बार इसको ना प्लीज गो थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेना. Just go through this particular one once or twice. This will help you to get half marks or 1 marks or even 2 marks in your exam. तो द एंटायर प्रोसेस, ठीक है, देखो यहाँ पे 40 रुपीज़, तो मीन्स एट द टाइम ऑफ एप्लीकेशन वी आर चार्जिंग 40 रुपीज़. तो वाई इट इज़ 40 into 4,000. So 40 into, sorry, they got subscription for 3000. So 40 into 3000, which is 4 3s are 12, 1.20 lakh. At the time of allotment, they are charging kitna 15 rupees into 3000. So it is आपका 75,000. At the time of first call, they are charging how much? 20. To 20 into 3, so it is आपका 6,000. At the time of आपका second and final call, they are charging how much? आपका 25. तो 25 into 3, so आपका 75. You will see these numbers. These are the amounts आपका, how we calculated the numbers itself. So first, application money received आपका, if it is banked to this. When it comes to share application money transfer to this, तो आपका share application to your share capital. First call आपका money due, ठीक है, so that is share allotment to this. Received bank to this. First call to आपका share capital, received bank to share capital, issue second and final call to share capital, and आपका receive bank to this. एक बार थोड़ा सा इसको आराम से रिलैक्स होके आपका प्लीज गो थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर वन वंस और ट्वाइस. दैट विल हेल्प यू इन योर एग्जामिनेशन, राइट. अभी ज़्यादा लोड ना लें. ओके, चलो लेट्स गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. So, which of the following statement regarding joint stock company is true? Regarding joint stock company is true. A company has a separate legal identity, which is आपका 10, तो 100% true. The death of insolvency, no, it is wrong. Third statement is आपका common seal is optional now. Fourth one is आपका private public company maximum numbers is 200. Shareholders आपका directly manage day to day, no, they appoint the board. तो 134 means option A. प्रदीप सर गड़बड़ हो रही है. 134 not 234. ठीक है, प्लीज ध्यान दें. प्लीज फोकस अराउंड द आपका टॉपिक एरियाज एंड ऑल. दैट विल हेल्प यू इन दिस पर्टिकुलर केस. नेक्स्ट वन, टाइप ऑफ कंपनीज ऑल्सो 1 marks you can downside expect based on this one. Very easy one, guys. Quickly. I'll give you 5-minute break आपका. I have to change this आपका place. So but before that, let's go through these particular one. So a foreign company include company incorporated outside India and this, and they are conducting business in India. Private company आपका restricted to transfer this. Public company must necessarily listed. No, it is not necessarily, but mostly they are. But it is not. There is as such some sort of necessity. The next one is आपका company 51 public government company where we are having more than 51%. Holding company like Reliance can be recognized only when owned. No, it is more than 51% to 100%. Any like Reliance is a holding company which own different stake in different subsidiaries. A company limited by guarantee use non-profit objective like education and all, and they are responsible for a certain portion of the guarantee. A company unlimited an unlimited company आपका incorporated with or without share capital, yes, and their personal asset can be seized आपका at the time of liquidation. 1 2 4 6 7 1 2 4 1 2 4 6 7 means option D will be right answer. सुशील सर गड़बड़ हो रहा है, ध्यान दें प्लीज. चलो, तो ऑप्शन डी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, राइट. Equity shares we have practiced. This we have practiced. Okay, this. Chalo. Now let's take a 5-minute break, guys. Everyone, I just need to shift this particular area. Okay. So now we will be going through आपका company account 2. Then आपका the another one is cash flow statement. Then आपका final banking account and the other areas also, right? Chalo. So just allow me 5 minutes and we will resume this particular one. Okay, guys, everyone. Hello. Now it is fine, guys, everyone. So quickly join in so that we can resume the आपका discussion. So here now the next topic is all about आपका company account too. So here again, see, we have balance sheet and the other areas, very limited content, right? So when it comes to the areas, we have this one. Some fundamental aspect you have to understand from this particular one. So legal aspect आपका Companies Act आपका 13. Then we have form of balance sheet which comes under the section 29 of BR Act, Banking Regulation Act 1949, right? Form A, performa balance sheet. Form B, performa profit and loss account and their areas. Again, you have to go through, there are many statements and all, you have to go through those particular. Okay? Company account and subsidiary. Holding, basically it depends on आपका subsidiary is generally more than 51% to it can be up to 100% आपका, right? Like let's say Reliance Jio is Reliance Group is a subsidiary company which manage, actually they do not do any business. What they are doing, they are managing many companies like Reliance Jio, Reliance Infra, Reliance Capital, where they own 90%, 80% or these kind of stake up. So sir. So when it comes to section 128, which generally आपका mandate companies to manage आपका some book every year, and section 129, which generally provide the format for a joint stock company. Accounting standard 133 आपका, which we have to follow while we are preparing these particular book itself, right? So now, as per the Indian Accounting Standard 1, this we have talked earlier also, these are the report which we have to prepare. A balance sheet at the end of the period, profit and loss account, change in equity for a period, cash flow statement आपका, note to accounts आपका, explanatory note, comparative information with respect to previous year आपका period, and a balance sheet as at the beginning of the preceding period when entity apply accounting policy respectively. So these are the areas which generally comes under this particular one itself, right? So now the areas which what we have to prepare आपका under this particular one. Schedule 3 of Companies Act, which generally govern the areas like precedence and disclosure requirement, comparative data, turnover आपका rounding rules, as well as uniformity in the while you are preparing these particular one. So how it look like a company's balance sheet, a joint stock company's balance sheet, name of the company, let's say XYZ Limited as on 31st March 2026. So this is the format. Now this topic, what they have done, they have defined all these particular one in detail. Now you will see question based around those particular one. Okay. So shareholders funds आपका, equity and liability first. Shareholders funds, आपका share capital, reserve and surplus, money received against share warrants. ठीक है. This is आपका share application money, current account, current liabilities, sorry, non-current liabilities, current liabilities total. Then we have assets आपका another side, non-current asset, property, plants, intangible, tangible, and we have current asset. So for this topic, I'll highly recommend कि please do watch that area like the foundation class आपका, ठीक है. That's why I have kept 13, 14 and 15 in that particular list, because you'll go through this particular one once now, that will help you. So this is kind of a like what is share capital, what comes under this one, or no, current liabilities, non-current liabilities and others that you have to go through from this one. Okay? And even in the in our previous आपका discussion also, we have gone through all these. So you will see something like this data I have kept here also. So like basically when it comes to current asset, what comes under this? Operating cycle, current liabilities, trade receivables and all. This is completely आपका theoretical and it take time आपका. So what you can do, you can watch that concept video at least आपका once. You can play at a speed of 2x आपका, so you will be able to achieve this one. Now when it comes to profit and loss account, आपका name of the company, year ending this, which generally part of this particular one. Okay? So we have revenue from the operation, other income, total आपका, then expenses, these are the expenses आपका. So then we have profit before explanatory item. Okay? extraordinary items, profit आपका before tax, and how we generally prepare the your final accounts in this particular case itself, right? So these are the areas which generally comes under this particular one. Bills receivables आपका, yes, हाँ, they are like, let's say if you have done some trade on credit आपका, so that is your receivables which you will be receiving within a span of period, right? Here also revenue from operation, other income, total income, non आपका financial companies, they follow this structure. Non financial companies like sale, आपका sale from services, other excise duties and all. Financial companies, they have interest and other. This we will be going through the unit 17 also, a final account of a banking company. So the overall chart आपका, this is like this. ठीक है, how this chart आपका circulated or the flow, overall flow is. तो revenue, total revenue minus आपका cost or purchase stock in this, then minus आपका taxes, employee benefit, finance cost means interest आपका, depreciation and amortization, other expenses, then profit before exceptional and extraordinary item minus आपका tax expenses current and deferred equal to profit and loss for the period. Then आपका final output, then we have earning per shares which you have to show as a basic and as well as diluted also. So that is something which generally comes under this particular one, right? So this is something which is highly recommended because the content part is, we have lots of content around this one. You can go through that particular one once, and I'll be coming up with that concept summary also. We'll try to summarize in a brief manner, but at least once was that particular one. Basic understanding we have taken through the previous that unit 13 also. Let's try some question. So which of the following is not a compulsory included in financial statement of all companies? All companies it is mentioned. So what will be your correct answer, guys? Answer. Statement of changes in equity is compulsory, right? For every company. Statement of changes in equity is compulsory for all, guys. I give you one more chance. Yes, D will be right answer for this one, right? So even that 13, 14 we have done very well. 13 also we have covered maximum thing. 15 आपका you can go through because 15 and 17, ठीक है? Who asked this? Harshil sir, 15 and 17. 17 also they have defined like what is bank capital or the further bifurcation of that. 2 units up. You can even like if you go through the PDF only na, that will also help you. You just have to understand ki what comes under the capital reserve or आपका the other part or the different part of those particular schedule itself. Okay, so D will be right answer for 1% company, small company and others. This is आपका something which is which can be managed, right? Next one, accounting standard 1, presentation of financial statement are correct. So a complete set of financial statement under accounting standard 1, which include balance sheet, statement of profit and loss account, changes in equity, statement of cash flow, note आपका comparative, this certain cases आपका opening balances also true है. Second one is Indian accounting 1 prescribe the rigid order. No, it does not provide any rigid order. ठीक है, so this is wrong. Deferred tax आपका asset and liabilities are classified as current if they are expected to be realized settled within 12 months. No, what we have talked about this particular one in last session also, whenever there is a deferred tax liability or आपका asset, they will be part of non-current. ठीक है, non-current if it is asset, non-current asset, if it is a liability आपका non-current liability irrespective of their maturity and others. Please do remember this one, this get asked many times. We have discussed recently this particular one in module आपका B also. ठीक है, rigid order means like in case of the previous things आपका accounting standard, which like even for the banking company also, section 29, which generally governs schedule wise, you have to prepare things आपका schedule 1, then schedule 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, आपका till 18 schedule, that is a rigid order. Okay, if you open account of any banking company, you will see the same things, but it is not in case of joint stock company as per the accounting standard. An entity must disclose further subclassification of balance sheet items, and either आपका this is also true. Disclosure about the share capital must include the details such as authorized capital and share valuation and others, that is also correct. So 145 means no. What we have to find, 145 means option B will be right answer for this. Okay, just allow me 1 minute. My OBS got stuck आपका, just allow me 1 minute guys. Now it is fine. Now it is fine. Everyone can see me, right? Yes. So option B will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? चलो. Now next one. Next one, guys. Consider the following statement: for sole proprietorship or partnership firm, representation of final account every year is compulsory by law. Okay, no. Under the Companies Act 13, Section 128 deal with the maintenance of book of accounts, while 29 govern the preparation of final statements. आपका true है. The third statement is आपका financial statement of every company must compulsorily include cash flow without any exceptions. One person company and all, they do not require आपका cash flow statement. Wrong है. Disclosure requirement under Schedule 3, supplementary to disclosure required for the accounting standard. Yes. The fourth one आपका, when it comes to the fourth one, except in the first financial statement आपका after the incorporation, comparative figures for the immediately preceding reporting years are to be disclosed. Yes. So 245 means option A must be right answer for this particular one. Can you see me, guys? Everyone, why you are not answering? All good from my side? Just a minute, I'll change my network, I guess. Okay, everyone, guys, everything is fine here. If you have any doubt around anything, please do let me know so I can help you out with that particular one. Now it is fine, I guess. Chalo. Next one, guys. Next one. So XYZ is preparing its financial statement under Indian accounting standard for the first time. While aapka reviewing the compliances with Indian accounting standard, so following observations. Please answer this one, everyone. So a complete set of financial statement include balance sheet statement, this आपका changes in equity and this question we have solved क्या? True है. Accounting policy applied respectively, an additional balance sheet beginning of the previous one, Indian accounting standard 1. Yes. Accounting standard 1 आपका compulsorily fixed sequence, no, there is no rigidity. That is similar to but modified one, I guess. Deferred tax asset and deferred tax liabilities must be shown under current आपका no, it is आपका non current. Liability due within 12 months after the reporting period, generally classified as current liability आपका, that is true, right? तो 1 2 आपका 5, 1 2 5 means option A. Content team, they are doing smart work, huh? They are just playing with the question only. Chalo, next one. Indian Accounting Standard 1, consider the following statement regarding the presentation of profit and loss account. Okay, try this. An entity shall present profit and loss and other आपका comprehensive income in a single statement with the profit or losses section appearing in the first आपका. In item of income and expenses may be shown extraordinary item if separately disclosed आपका notes. No. Item of income and expenses may shown extraordinary item if separately disclosed आपका no. Extraordinary item, we have a different आपका head for that one. Reclassification, adjustment relating to the component of other comprehensive income must be disclosed आपका. That is also true in this particular case. Changes in revaluation surplus under Indian Accounting Standard 16 give rise to reclassification adjustment to profit or losses. Changes in revaluation surplus under 16 always give आपका rise in reclassification. It can be loss also. We cannot say always it will go up. Revaluation, at the time of revaluation, it can come down also. Under the nature of the expense method, expenses are grouped according to the nature, such as depreciation, employee benefit, advertisement, and others. True है. So 135. 135 means option D must be right answer for this particular one. Very good, Aapka. Okay. Statement 1 is Accounting Standard 1 require a single statement of profit and loss account containing two sections. One is profit and loss section first, followed by the Aapka income. So basically, when you are preparing, when we have gone through that statement also now, Pradeep sir, just a minute, I'll go back to that statement itself, how it will look like this. So we have this is the statement or single statement which is covering the income आपका, the first आपका revenue from the otherwise, then आपका expenses. In a single sheet itself, you will see all these particular one. It will start with this and it will end with आपका this particular one. That is the meaning of this particular one, right? Okay, guys, where it was. So option D is the right answer for this particular one. Now, this unit, very small unit, and it will help you to get आपका 3-4 marks. 3 marks downside. Very, very important one. So just you have to understand the accounting, आपका legal requirement for preparation of cash flow statement and the different type of cash flow statement. So we have accounting standard 3 and आपका Indian Accounting Standard 3, sorry 7, right? These generally deal with the cash flow statement. When it comes to cash flow statement, they are nothing. They are just inflow and outflow of cash, right? But these accounting standard, they generally made our journey a bit difficult. So they are further categorized among 3 areas. One is operating activities, the core revenue generating activities. Then we have financing activities, changes in equity and liability, and then we have investing activities. ठीक है? Any investing activities आपका like property, plants, equipments, we have invested in those particular one, or we have आपका from the आपका sale proceed and others, right? So accounting standard 3 and 7, accordingly we have to prepare the cash flow statements. They generally govern this one in 3 ways. Operating activities, these are the core revenue generating activities, means आपका sale and purchase or activities related to sale and purchase. The another one is आपका financing activities. They'll make changes in equity or आपका liability. or they'll आपका increase or decrease equity or liability. Investing activities where the business is making some sort of investment or proceed from sale of investment, that generally comes under this particular one. So there is a list आपका, just have to remember that list. So basically operating activities, principal revenue generating activities of the entity, these consist with inflow and outflow of resulting transaction that directly affect the profit and loss. Investing activities, acquisition and disposal of the your long-term assets or other investment. Financing activities, activities result in change and size and composition of contributed equity and borrowings, right? So here this list will also help you. Operating activity like cash received from the customers, cash paid to employees. Basically when it is received means you have to add that particular one, paid आपका minus, just have to do plus minus, nothing else. The only game is you have to understand this particular, okay? If you like, you have to classify ki what comes under which area, right? If you know ki this transaction comes under operating or financing, investing, game is over, right? So dividend receive आपका, which is part of operating activity, dividend paid is part of financing activity. Investing आपका activities, purchase, proceed this, and financing activity, proceed from capital contribution, means company issues some shares during that period, we receive some money, or we've done buyback. Buyback is basically outflow for the business. We have taken some loan, inflow from आपका financing activity. We paid off some loan, outflow from आपका investing activities, right? So financing activities. So you just have to consider this list itself, right? So the list means आपका this list. Just try to remember these particular one. They'll help you आपका to solve the question itself. Okay, guys. So when it comes to your operating activities, so it is आपका cash received from sale, inflow, payment आपका outflow, cash receipt from royalty, commission, dividend, inflow, आपका cash receipt and payment of insurance entity for premium, आपका this is in outflow, and claim is inflow. So this list is from your book. Most of the time I have experienced that they generally ask question around that particular one only. Cash investing activities, we are building the earning capacity of the business, property, plants, equipments, outflow, and आपका proceed from the sale of those particular one where you sell some machinery or some आपका plants and all. This is inflow. Cash inflow from equity and debt instrument of other company. You have made some investment in other company or advances in loan investment made to other company. This is outflow. And now here what you are doing, you are selling those particular one. That is your inflow, right? Then we have financing activities, so which include आपका cash proceed from issuing shares. Let's say you issue shares or any other आपका equity and all. So that is your inflow from this. Like and when you are acquiring or redeeming the shares, means buyback of shares, you have to pay outflow. Cash proceed from आपका issuing debenture, loan and others, or आपका making payment around the borrowed funds and all. So that generally comes under this particular one. We have two methods आपका as per accounting standard 3 and 7. We have direct method where major आपका classes, gross method it is called. All the आपका debit and credit will keep. In case of indirect method, after the adjustment or the adjusted value, we will keep in our book itself. So that is something which generally comes under this particular one, right? So now when it comes to the, apart from this, we have one another thing here, that is your cash flow and fund flow. So fund flow statement is the another one. So the differences between these, this also get asked many times for 1 marks or 2 marks. So please do take care around this. So fund flow is basically your kind of like when it comes to cash flow, which is mandatory. When it comes to आपका fund flow, it is for the analysis purpose where we comparing between 2 years. So it is integral part of the financial statement, not a mandatory requirement. Cash flow from operating financing in this classification is required. Here is as is no application segregation is required. Cash position of at the end, this is आपका working capital and basically how what are the sources of fund for the business and how businesses are utilizing those particular one in future. Cash system, it work on accrual system आपका, and it is आपका liquidity position, it is आपका long term financial strategy, how they have utilized the funds itself, which generally comes under this particular one. Okay, so this is a kind of a summary of this. Now let's practice some question, guys. Komal ma'am, it's a practice session only. I'm just giving you a brief around the things so you can brush up the areas also. We are touching all the important areas we have done for module A. Today we are doing module B. Tomorrow we'll do module C. Business entity require the following accounting standard. Must be cash flow statement as a part of the financial statement. So 7 आपका must report the using direct method only. No, direct or indirect method, any method can be used. Under the indirect method, profit and losses adjusted for the non-cash आपका this, that is netting method true. 1 and 3. 1 and 3 means option C will be right answer for this particular one. Correct, guys? Everyone got it? Yes, very good. Next one. So you will see two type of question. One is accounting standard. Do remember these one, half marks, 1 marks. Another one is this type of question. It can be in numbers also. How it can be asked in numbers, that we will practice just after this question mostly. So preparation of cash flow statement. Okay, quickly, guys. Vikas sir watching session live kya? Everyone is worried about that one part EMI calculation. I'm not understanding this one. Okay? Who told you you will get 100 marks question based on that one question, one area आपका? So item from the balance sheet and profit and loss account are generally used, and balances in ledger account are not essential. That is आपका true. There is a single prescribed statutory format for the presentation or preparation. No. The cash flow operating activities may include adjustment from for depreciation and changes in working capital. That is also true. Sale of purchase of long-term asset are reflected under the investing activities. Sale and purchase of long-term asset, investing activities, true. Payment of dividend आपका and changes in equity borrowing, financial activities, financing activities too. 1 3 4 5. 1 3 4 5 means option A will be right answer for this particular one. Correct, guys? So half marks question also you can expect based on this, something like this. Not considered a cash flow from investing activities. Okay? That unit number 21, the remaining part na, EMI and annuities calculation. You will definitely see one question. It is expected basically. आपका one question around EMI calculation or annuity. Okay? Out of these two, one question for sure you'll get based on CI and SI calculation, simple interest and compound interest, which we have already covered, rule of 72 also, and front end, back end and others. Only part is that EMI will remaining, that we will be covering tomorrow. Okay? I got at least 10 messages today आपका, and even still आपका somebody is mentioning in group आपका. So we will be covering that particular one. Okay? So it is not like you will get आपका questions based on that only. Annuity, that is the only one. Na? And I believe if you are not good with the quant things and all, no one can understand that. It required huge calculation for, but for 2 marks I got, like I was feeling ki like I should do it first आपका, then these marathon and all. Do not get worried. We will cover that one. Everything, like if we are doing these kind of things, aapka definitely will cover everything, guys. No worries. So which of the following is not considered as cash flow from investing activities? What will be your correct answer, guys? Cash आपका investing activities, so cash payment to suppliers for raw material, right? Option C will be right answer for this particular one. Very good, guys. Next one. So consider the following statement regarding component of cash flow. Cash flow arising from the purchase and sale of the wheat in trading firms are operating activities. Purchase of weighing machine 15,000, your investing activities. Withdraw 10,000 by proprietors, reduction in capital, operating activities. So what will be your correct answer for this one? Okay. Which statements are correct? Last 3 or 4 statement. Okay, sir. I'll come back. Just follow this particular question. Last 3 and 4 statement means previous to previous question kya? Sushil sir. So what will be your correct answer for this, guys? So आपका statement 1 is true, आपका this is also true, this is wrong. This will come under the आपका investing activities. Basically they have reduced the capital, so this will be part of the they have reduced the capital financing activity. This will be financing activity, not the operating activity. ठीक है, 1 and 2 आपका A must be right answer for this particular one. Let's go back आपका which one, this one क्या? So this is आपका sale or purchase of long-term asset. Which statement? Statement number 3 and 4. Cash from the operating activities may include adjustment for depreciation and आपका changes in working capital, receivables or payables. Means it is as simple like, let's say we have sell something, you will receive money, or you have purchased something, और आपका depreciation, they all are accounted in this one. ठीक है, that is called your operating activity. Sale or purchase of long term asset, which is आपका investing activities. This is also true. ठीक है, this is like, let's say you have purchased some machine, means that machine has a long term life, useful life. You are increasing the productive capacity of business. That's why this. You have already some, let's say you have one factory, you sold out that factory. The money which you have received, that is inflow from the आपका investing activity and others. So one is when you purchase, that is outflow. When you आपका sell, that is an inflow. So that is the case in this particular one, right? Got it? Confused about working capital? Okay. ठीक है. So this is also, I hope this is clear to everyone, guys. Any doubt on this, please do let me know, so I can help you out with that particular one. Right. And now there was some numericals also. I missed them. Just solve this particular one, guys. One question, like whether you can expect question around the statement base, or the same question can be asked for this format also, right? कैसा भी question हो, like in any format they are asking that question, the base is, if you remember those, remember means you do not have to do any sort of rectification. आपका just if you आपका understand the fundamentally कि which is related to operation, which is increasing the capacity, or which is increasing or decreasing the equity and liability. Just remember that one. That will help you in that particular case, right? So what will be your correct answer for this one, guys? So cash flow from investing activities using the given information. The purchase of fixed asset आपका 20,000, this आपका 1 lakh, then we have 10 lakh, sorry 20 lakh 10 lakh. Dividend paid आपका 25,000, repayment of loan and proceed from sale of this. You have to calculate investing activities. ठीक है, it is not overall, it is about only about investing activities. And what will be your correct answer? A आपका everyone is saying A. ठीक है, ऐसा तो नहीं याद हो गया, रट गया क्वेश्चन ना. So what will be your correct answer? Fixed asset आपका and investment. We have, this is your investing activity outflow, this is investing activity outflow. These two will be categorized under which category? They are financing activities. Okay, these are financing activities, so that's why you do not have to consider these. And this is again investing activity, and this is the only inflow. The outflow is आपका 30 lakh and inflow is 12 lakh. So difference is 18 lakh and outflow. So 18 lakh outflow means आपका option A will be right answer for this particular one. Got it, guys? Everyone? Any doubt on this? ठीक है, तो sometime what they'll do, like see, the pure game is आपका, you have to understand कि which comes under which category, right? If they'll ask you to calculate आपका cash flow from financing activities, so your financing activities is these two, right? Dividend paid, repayment of loan, 2,25,000 will be answer for that one. Operating activities आपका, there is nothing, right? There is nothing to explain, Amuni Swami sir. This is आपका what we have discussed so far. Like the only thing which I'll suggest in this case is कि you have to go for those activities, operating activities, financing activities, and investing activities. If you remember na, what comes under the operating activities, what comes under financing activity, what comes under investing activity. Operating activity which generally deal with the day-to-day operation of the business, right? So day-to-day operation of the business, sale, purchase, or expenses or income related to sale and purchase. Financing activity which will change the equity or liability. Let's say your company issue some shares, inflow from आपका financing activity. Your company issue a buyback the shares, outflow from आपका financing. If you do buyback, you have to pay the investors, right? Your company takes some loan, so that is inflow from financing activities. Your company paid off some loan, that is आपका inflow from financing activities. Now investing activities related to property, plants, equipments, goodwill, आपका tangible or intangible both, patent, copyrights, right? So now if you are buying this, outflow. If you are selling existing patent, copyright, machinery, outflow. Now what question is saying, we have purchase of fixed asset, company purchase आपका fixed asset worth rupees 20 lakh. So when we purchase fixed asset, it comes under investing activity. That's why we have to include this. And outflow, purchase of investment in other company. Like let's say you have purchased, you have made some investment of XYZ company and all, investing activity, outflow. Final dividend paid means आपका, it comes under which category? Financing activity. Repayment of loan, financing activity. That's why we avoided these two, because question is asking for investing activity only, right? Proceed from the sale of intangible asset. You have proceed आपका, like let's say you sold some old plant or machinery or goodwill, you get आपका 12 lakh rupees. That is inflow from आपका investing activities. The difference is your answer. All right. Munisami sir, got it, and other people also, if you're having any doubt. So 3 type of question you can expect based on this. आपका practice, just go through. I have kept many question around this particular topic. Just go through those particular one once or twice, or else you can attempt the mock tests also unit wise. That will help you in this particular case. All right, chalo. Now next one. Final account of a banking company. Now when it comes to banking company, so here banking company, they have some special provisions, right? And those provisions are governed by the RBI. RBI is saying ki whenever any banking company, they'll come up with their final accounts, they have to आपका present those particular accounts according to section 29 of BR Act 1949, right? As per this section, we have two आपका form A, performa balance sheet, where we have 12 schedule. This आपका, and form B, which is all about profit and loss account, where we have 6 schedule including note to accounts. So आपका, now what they have done in this particular unit, they have defined all the आपका 18 schedule, and they have explained around the note to accounts similar to that previous unit number 15. Okay, that's why I told you ki please go through this particular one also. How you'll see the content, we'll go through that particular one. And even they have defined the banking thing also. What is banking and all. Now you guys become pro in banking after studying the PPP things. Okay, so assuming everyone will mark correct answer. Accounting thing will start from here. So section 29 of BR Act, Banking Regulation Act, which generally आपका provide defined format for the, मतलब documents like Companies Act, which generally mandate banking company also, that third schedule of Companies Act 2013, which mandate banking company to prepare आपका final account. How you will prepare, that is defined under section 29 by the RBI. Again, third schedule, Form A, performa balance sheet, Form B, profit and loss account. So accounting date आपका 31st March to 1st April to 31st March. Earlier it was December September वाला time. Now we do not follow that one. Accounting standard 30, which you have to conduct the audit on these particular one. ठीक है. So audits आपका yesterday also section unit 12 आपका, which is all about audit and inspections. Then when it comes to the other areas, year आपका April to March. Submission, this is also get asked many times. So every banking company, they have to prepare their final accounts in accordance with section 29. Then आपका there will be signature. Signature will be from at least 3 directors, where we have more than 3 directors. If आपका the case is less than 3 directors, all the directors. In case of foreign company, the principal agent in India. After preparing signature, you have to conduct the audit as per section 30. After that, within 3 months of conducting that everything आपका, within 3 months of closure of the financial year, means 31st March is the closure, then you can do this particular thing within 3 months, means April, May, June. Before June end, you have to present 3 copies of profit and loss account, 3 copies of balance sheet, along with auditor's report to RBI and registrar of company. So section 31, 32, 3 copies of balance sheet, profit and loss account, auditor reports, you have to submit with RBI as well as registrar of companies itself. That is the rule. Then 6 month publication also, rule 15 आपका BR Act, which says कि you have to publish in the newspaper also within 6 months from the closing of financial year. You have to publish same thing आपका in your financial newspaper. One is at least in आपका local newspaper where your head office is located, and another आपका it can be another part. ठीक है, तो 6 month आपका that accounts and auditors report shall be published in newspaper circulating in place where banking company has its principal office, means आपका the head office of that particular bank itself, right? I am late. Okay, ठीक है, no problems, Pradeep sir, you can watch this particular one later. Now when it comes to banking company, will come to the format itself, right? So this is the one. The Form A performa balance sheet, which generally include these आपका 12 schedule, right? So basically this look like this. This we have gone through many times. Hope you remember this one. So we have आपका balance sheet, preparation of balance sheet, schedule 1 to 5 आपका capital, reserve and surplus, minorities interest, deposit, borrowing, this. Then we have assets आपका cash and balances with RBI, cash and balances with money and short notice with other bank. Then we have investments, advances, fixed asset, goodwill and consolidation in others, contingent liabilities 12 आपका, right? So this is the format आपका, basically this look like आपका something this. So these are the formats. Up what I have done, again what I've told you earlier also, ki this is the summary sheet, all the 12 schedules which are summarized in this particular format. So I'll request everyone to go through these particular one. So again आपका the detailing of these particular one, schedule 6 to schedule आपका 12, it should be 12 also, right? So this is 9, this is आपका 12, and how it is in your book, this is the summary. So earlier also I told you कि please go through this particular one at least once and twice. That will help you, right? The another part आपका which we have profit and loss account. So far we talk about the balance sheet, 12 schedules. Now when it comes to screenshot of all the schedule, that is everything is there, ma'am. Pavitra ma'am, I'll share this PDF आपका just after the session. So everything, those all 12 schedules आपका or 18 आपका, ठीक है, like this is also the another one, ठीक है. So now this is your Form B, आपका third schedule, profit and loss account. So 13 and 14 income. Then we have आपका expenditure 15 and 16. Then we have profit and loss, and then appropriation account. That's then आपका 18, this is your 17, then 18 will come आपका note to accounts. So that is generally part of this particular. So how companies, this is the format आपका. So as per the like if you open final account of any banking company, you'll see same sequence. This is the rigidity what they have to maintain. कि they income आपका interest income in this, expenditure, interest expended and other operating expense आपका, then profit and loss account. This is your note to account. Please do not remember go for any sort of ratification for this one. Huh? This is like note to account is like, let's say we have mentioned around other income. This is the income, dividend income. So from where we have received, this is note around these things like the capital, the further bifurcation, derivative, आपका gross NPAs, sector wise NPAs, the detailed classification. So whoever is the user, whenever they are going through those particular documents, they get some sort of आपका clarity around that particular things itself, right? So that is generally part of this. So schedule 13 आपका interest income, advances, investment and balance. 14 आपका other income which include commission, exchange, brokerage and all these kind of things. Expenditure आपका 15 which is आपका deposit in this. Operating expenditure आपका interest paid, basically interest expended on the deposit and other borrowings. Then we have आपका other expenses which is mostly operating expenses which generally comes under this particular one. Okay. So income and expenditure and note to accounts. This is all about this. And one portion is also define the NPA things that you will feel very easy because a day before you will go for the PPB, and I hope you have read about the NPA things and all. So this provisioning also which we have to maintain. Please do remember this. Huh? This provisioning is a bit important that will help you in the examination. Then इतना ही है आपका. अब now my turn. I'll ask some question. ठीक है, रैपिड रिवीजन हो रहा है एकदम रॉकेट स्पीड पे. एवरीवन गाइस, रैपिड रिवीजन एट रॉकेट स्पीड. Okay, guys. So, what will be your correct answer? A banking company governed by the Companies Act 13 and especially banking regulation. Thus, आपका their reports under the Banking Regulation Act, banking accepting deposit and thus true है. Sorry, banking regulation means accepting deposit only. No, no, ठीक है. It is investment also, ठीक है. And this is आपका payable on demand and time only. This is wrong ना. Financial statement, Indian banking company must sign by the manager in principle, at least 3 directors. आपका director in all the director. If it is less than that, a banking company must obtain prior approval from RBI before appointing, reappointing, and removing auditors. Banking company, as well as other categories banks, must furnish 3 copies of this and this to RBI within 3 months. This is also correct, right? आपका no, the company as well as other categories of bank must furnish 3 copies of annual accounts to registrar of company simultaneously with RBI. This statements look fine now. 1345. 1345. We do not have 1345 kya? Or somewhere I am going wrong. What you guys are saying? Option B or this. What we have to find out? आपका banking company generally govern the Companies Act 13 and this true है. The another statement is your banking means accepting deposit with public only for lending purpose. No, this is wrong. Financial statement of an Indian banking company must be signed by the manager, principal officer, and at least 3 directors. आपका unless this correct है. A banking company must obtain prior approval from RBI, appointing, reappointing this. Every banking company as well as other categories of bank must furnish 3 copies of annual accounts to registrar of companies simultaneously with submission of RBI. ठीक है. Other categories of bank may be something else. We'll check the answer. हाँ सही. Section 32 apply only banking companies, not other categories of bank. Hence आपका okay. So this question is made unnecessarily आपका wrong, I guess. ठीक है. So because नहीं it is आपका 3 copies only. 3 copies only. That statement is fine. 3 copies of आपका. What I did not understand what is the meaning of this other categories of bank and others. ठीक है. So the number of copies is 3 copies only. 3 copies of profit and loss account, 3 copies of balance sheet, along with auditor's report in this, right? That is only, right? Chalo, next one. 6 month आपका 6 month नहीं 3 with RBI you have to submit 3 within 3 months. RBI and registrar within 3 months. 3 copies of balance sheet, 3 copies of profit and loss account along with auditor report within 3 months. RBI. When it comes to publication in newspaper, it is 6 months. ठीक है. Publication वाला आपका 6 months. Yes. Sushil sir. So this is आपका earlier it was आपका 30th September, right? Now it is 31st March. Apart from the statutory and annual closing, bank also closed their book on another date of internal purposes, that is 30th September, but now it is aligned with the 31st March. So it is about the earlier things or the one. So 31st March to this, and bank also closed 30th September आपका for this internal accounting purpose and all. Next one, guys. Okay, let's solve one numerical question. I have kept some numerical question also. Okay, answer this question till that time. Okay, I got it. Chal. So, which of the following provision requirement correct for doubtful asset? Secured portion 2 years, outstanding for 2 years. So doubtful, we have 3 categories. Category 1, आपका category 2 and category 3. So category 1 आपका for 1 to 2 years and 2 years आपका outstanding for 2 years means 2 to 3 years. So means doubtful category 2. So doubtful category 2. What will be your correct answer for this one? Doubtful category 2. So doubtful category 2 means आपका we have 40%. Category 1 which is 25%, category 2 40%, category 3 आपका 100%, right? C will be right answer. Category 1 आपका which generally follow 25%. Ashima ma'am. Others here also up to 1 year secured portion 25%. Then आपका 1 to 3 years 40%. 3 years आपका beyond category 3 which is generally 100% in this particular case. This is the question. Another question. Dash 3 copies of balance sheet and profit and loss account prepare under the section 29 of this together auditor's report आपका 10 must be submitted within dash month 3 months आपका at the end of the prior this. However, it can be extended for another 3 months आपका for the RBI. Any 3 months 3 copies आपका dash copies 3 copies. ठीक है. तो 333 ठीक है. 333 means आपका option A will be right answer. Yes. So 3 copies of profit and loss account this and 3 within 3 months general guidelines. It can be extended for 3 months आपका. That is the case itself. Right now. Up sometime they never ask this type of question, but they might. So if they ask this question, you do not have to get scared around this. For sure, it is for 2 marks. So now, what you have to go through in this particular question? How you will solve this particular question? You have to use the profit and loss account. Form B, profit and loss account. So your schedule 13 interest income. Schedule 14 आपका that is आपका other income, right? So first you have to calculate the total income, then total income आपका ठीक है, total income, then expenses. When it comes to expenses, schedule 15 interest expended, then we have schedule 16 आपका operating expenses or other expenses, you can say. The difference is your profit, right? So if you get these type of question, okay, usually we never experience these type of question, but even if they ask, they are doable. समझ में आ जाएगा क्वेश्चन सबको, everyone. तो इंटरेस्ट आपका डिपॉजिट, interest on loan, right? So interest on fixed deposit which we have to pay, sorry, this is your expended, again. Interest on loan which is आपका add, interest on cash credit आपका add, interest on overdraft, ठीक है, that you have to add, and discount on bill add आपका, rebate this you have to minus, amount charged against the current account, you have to add this one, commission charge to customers, add this one, interest of saving deposit interest on saving deposit minus, interest expenses minus, director fee minus, auditor fee minus, rent आपका, postage, stationery, sundry charges. So just you have to do plus minus, because this question is based on these आपका 4 schedule, income 13 and 14 and expenses आपका this. So if you'll do that plus minus, you'll get the answer. Answer is the bank made आपका profit of 49,000. Okay, any doubt on this, guys? Okay, next one. Which of the following statement or schedule furnish the balance sheet आपका? So what will be your correct answer? Where aggregation from the multiple subsidiaries result in both goodwill and capital reserve. The net effect आपका shown under schedule 2 on the asset side with the आपका separate note. Yes, if you are doing for aggregation. Schedule 1 आपका capital and nationalized bank directly capital, while the incorporate outside India capital and deposit with RBI. Schedule 2 आपका reserve and surplus, statutory, premium, investment, and special reserve under the income tax and balances and profit. This is also correct. The next one is schedule 2A, minorities interest. No, deposit bifurcation on this. It is about the minorities interest actually. So this should be wrong. Deposit is आपका, this deposit is आपका schedule 3. Deposit comes under schedule 3. 2A is minorities interest. Minority interest आपका, हाँ, this is आपका correctly mentioned, so this is right. So 1 2 3 5, 1 2 3 5 means option B will be right answer for this particular one, correct? So based on that statement आपका, ठीक है, that you have to go through at least once or twice. Okay guys, shall we move forward? Now this is something आपका, you will get two question आपका based on this. 1 marker question mostly, 1 marker question, 2 question or 3 question you can expect based on this, but very easy one. Advantages of computerized accounting, disadvantages of computerized accounting, password creation, CBS system and others, all these, in which you have already read in, and even आपका you'll have a live experience with all these one in your PPP also, module C आपका, which will help you in this case, right? So when it comes to computerized accounting, speed, informative reporting, scalability, economy, accuracy, these are the core areas of this one, okay? So data file records and others, the another portion. Then when it comes to the differences between manual accounting and आपका computerized accounting, advantages and disadvantages, this get asked many time आपका in your examination. So just do remember these particular things from your book only. Very easy to understand. If I'll give you the question, mostly everyone will be able to mark the correct answer. CBS आपका technical architecture layer. This is very very important again आपका. So presentation layer, delivery, application and database. How this entire CBS system आपका work, all areas which are related to this particular one. Data security आपका, we have password construction, password protection, do's and don't आपका basically, while how you use that system itself and all that generally comes under this one. Omni, this also get asked many times. Omni channel, that brick and mortar base आपका the bank which we offered here. Website, branches, sell. Are all branches are based on omni channel banking. Nowadays, one new banking is arising, that is your neo banking. ठीक है, branches without आपका, sorry, bank without branches आपका, right? So used for the tech savvy things and all, which generally come under this particular one. Now I'll ask some question, expecting कि everyone will be able to answer this one, because see, you do not have to worry. अगर नहीं भी है, module C of PPB will help you. CBS and all these particular one, they are generally part of this one. Anyhow, you will be able to remember or recall all these. So which of the following are technical architecture of CBS system? So each branch terminal connect directly with the centralized server. Without branch server, no. Branch server, then आपका centralized servers, right? So your computers are linked with the branch servers. Application layer in CBS आपका driven by system trigger, आपका parameters and environment setting. Secondary update methods are generally used for posting external transaction record and file this particular one electronically. Online आपका day journals in CBS use external transaction posting only. Online day journals आपका internal and external both आपका, interbank also part of this one, right? This should be wrong. Online processing CBS ensure that there is no downtime in day end or आपका batch processing, keeping the entries database always available. Yes. 1 2 3 5, do we have? Yes, option A only should be right answer for this particular one, right? Next one, Rahul, an employee of a financial company, has been instructed to change the system password. He considered this particular one. Which of the above option is most secure password as per the password construction guidelines? बताइए दोस्तों, what password you will suggest to the Rahul? So name we will not suggest, common keyword we will not suggest, this can be, or only number we will not suggest. Okay? So I'll suggest option C. Manjunath sir also saying for this question only, what we will suggest, option C must be right answer for this particular one. Okay, what you are going to suggest, even it can be for the user also. Okay? How you will, like, there is a customer who visited your branch, so when you will guide that particular one, what will be your part of the guidance and all. Next one, consider the following statement regarding accepted uses practice for the desktop and laptop user in bank. कैसे यूज करते हैं हम लोग भाई, बताओ जरा. User are responsible for the security of the desktop and must take measure to restrict आपका physical and logical access. User are free to change operating system. No, without IT approval you cannot. Secure configuration in आपका include enabling antivirus, firewall, and this are generally part of this one. 1 and 3 means आपका option C will be right answer for this particular question. Correct है? Right. Next one. Which of the following about omni channel are not correct? Omni channel. Omni channel are not. So what will be your correct answer, guys? आपका which of they are synchronized data in this. Omni channel provide different set of services. No, it is not different set of services, right? Like internet banking, mobile banking, or branches, we are providing same set आपका, provide this performance. And so option B must be right answer for this particular one. Because why option D, guys? Everyone is saying option D. Omni-channel banking provide different set of services to customer across different channel. If I have to open a saving account, I can, if I'll access to mobile banking, internet banking, or I'll visit your branch, you will provide me different services. No, that product is same आपका, right? So this is आपका a common channel. Like we are using different channel of access for the same services. Option B guys. हाँ, लोड ज़्यादा हो गया मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है. ओके चलो नेक्स्ट वन गाइस, नेक्स्ट वन. पासवर्ड क्रिएशन के ऊपर कुछ ऑप्शन है हमारे पास. ओके, आंसर दिस गाइस. Consider the following: manual and computerized accounting. Manual and computerized accounting. Manual and computerized accounting. In computerized accounting system, establishing an audit trail may be more difficult because data processing occurs internally and not physically visible. Manual accounting system can generate specialized managerial report at negligible cost. No, manual accounting we have to do it one by one, so it will take time to create report, and accuracy also can be less. Computerized accounting system can prepare multiple report in this. 100% true. Once आपका transaction data is entered in computerized system, accounting record be updated automatically. That is called automation. Computerized accounting completely eliminate every type of errors. No. Human errors are also there, right? So we cannot say completely eliminate all the errors. Regular backup are important for this one. Yes. Computer virus may damage आपका security this. So 13467 means option A only will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? Done? Okay. चलो, तो this is it. So I'll be uploading this particular PDF. There will be some other set of question also along with each and every topic. Go through those particular one, that will also help you. In next session we will be discussing आपका module C. ठीक है, module C we will be covering that EMI and annuity वाला case also. So and apart from that, there are few topics which are very important from module C. If possible, please do watch the concept videos. One is आपका capital structure. ठीक है, capital आपका structure एंड आपका कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन. ठीक है, इन्वेस्टमेंट आपका डिसीजन. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस आई सजेस्ट आपका डेरिवेटिव्स वन. ठीक है, सो डेरिवेटिव्स वन आपका. ठीक है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस रेशियो एनालिसिस ऑल्सो. ठीक है, रेशियो एनालिसिस. So these are some topics which are highly recommended from module C. Rest we will take care around the session itself. We will be going through all these particular one also. But एक बार अगर आप खुद से देख के आएंगे कॉन्सेप्ट वीडियोस या पीडीएफ के थ्रू ही अगर आप रिवाइज कर लेंगे, वेल एंड गुड आपका. इफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी सीन दोज पर्टिकुलर एरियाज एंड ऑल, I have uploaded that module wise PDF, concept PDF also. With that only you can go through these particular one once and twice. So it will be easy. जैसे आपके कुछ डाउट्स होंगे and others, so I'll be able to help you in that particular case, right? Okay guys, so this is it from my side. Thank you for joining this session. Thank you for watching this session. Hope you enjoy the session. We'll see you tomorrow at same time 6 o'clock, and then we will be targeting आपका module C. Alright, so bye bye, take care all, have a nice day guys. Ma'am will see you at 9:30 p.m. and she'll be taking around आपका module B I guess today itself, right? चलो तो हाँ मुनीसामी सर जल्दी बोलिए क्या आपने please लिखा. what you want quickly. Okay guys, so YouTube I'm signing off. So this is it. Thank you guys. Munisami sir, can you please tell me what is your query? One class. I'll upload the आपका the